news for you guys. My news is I have met somebody during lockdown. Yes. He found me. He found me on the street.
Oh, hang on a minute. Is he furry?
No, you're so efficient.
I've not sent it to you.
Also, Zoom links don't run out after a week. You can set them up a year in advance.
I know, but what I'm saying is, life happens to people in the meantime.
Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans.
And my emails get like binned and hidden and neglected.
Yeah, we all know about emails getting binned and hidden. It happens to all of us. Boots up. My Streamlabs seems to be down. Something very spooky has been going on. I'm not tethering my PC using my phone because I'm on GIFGAF and that will cane my data.
About 10 years.
You must be tired.
And nobody wants to buy any more stuff.
Show me one.
Hang on 2 seconds.
Show me one. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Can I look?
Yeah.
We just lost 60 viewers.
Well, they're about to miss an absolute treat.
Oh, Divine Brown. Is it?
And we had fun winning them. That's the main thing.
Did we?
I did.
I really thought I'd get TV work off the back of this. I genuinely been doing thinking, I'm going to get a wicked job doing something.
Cat Goodmanson, he got bit right on the, the bullseye by a squirrel, and it's a terrible, terrible business. So I do feel for you.
Is that what happened to you?
What did the squirrel look like?
Oh, we didn't see the squirrel. The cat, Goodmanson came in, and I have to say, yes, I've assumed it's the squirrel.
I just don't believe it.
You never did that, did you? What are you like? You're so you.
I did it. Everyone in the chat is laughing at. That's well worth subbing for, wasn't it, guys?
Outrageous.
Woo.
I was going to kind of introduce the idea of what this show is about, but I think we've just summed it up. It's about 3 hours too long of two idiots just about surviving. Oh my God, there's an unfortunate stain on his wall now. The bell is wet. Still works.
Hang on, everybody, just cool out.
Oh my God.
Basically, when my children are here, this is what we have. When my children are not here, this is what I have.
Oh, look at that one. I've never had Lucky Charms. It's like Lucky Charms and Twinkies and grits. Those are the three American meals, and I've never had Lucky Charms. Tasty? Chopsticks, Skype in on video Skype, and we will play Chopsticks and teach everybody else. Doesn't it get hot in hats?
Yes, that's why that bit's netting to allow.
So if no one knows how to play it,
No. Tell me.
Because I'm not a huge Elton John fan either, and I thought, but at least they went in. They went, we're going to make this a musical rather than a biopic. And once they kind of announced that to me, I went, okay, I'm in.
Yeah. Once the first number is gone, you go, okay, right, I see where we are now.
Oh, Stephen, you brought a guitar with you.
What a coincidence!
Could you sing us a song? In a suit, where's Bond?
I know where he is.
And when you're a little bit out of focus.
I can see him.
Oh, where is James Bond? He's hiding. He's on the run. Where is James Bond? He's hiding. He's got a dirty bum.
Can you see James Bond? Can you see James Bond? Where is that cheeky Bond? Who is that cheeky Bond? Brosnan! Brosnan!
Better than Dalton.
Cher with the big hair.
Where is he? Where is Bond? Mantelpiece, says Ming. Incorrect. That's Cher. Next in your shirt pocket, says Papa Morph. Incorrect. We are looking smart, Jimmy B, but stop it. Stop it. We are here to find Bond. Where is he? Stop saying how smart I look. I can look smart. I was in court. Can you please tell me? Oh, Spalgra has got it. Has Spalgra got it? Let's find out. Let's find out. We're going to make Bond grow. Here we go. Hey, Spalgra was absolutely spot on. There is James Bond. Thank you for the subscription, Emslot. Push him down, Kath. Push him down as only you can.
Get down!
Oh, yes, lovely. Well done, Spalgra. You win our respect. Oh, look what's behind us. It's us, but from another time zone. It's us, but from a slightly different angle.
Oh, my.
It's Catherine from a slightly different angle. It's me it's us from a slightly different angle.
Still us, though.
Still us.
Which one's the real us?
Exactly. You'll never know because you guys are suckers. I got told off for being too rude to the streamers. I got told off on a YouTube comment by someone that wasn't a white supremacist. Let's read these comments. Let's do this.
This is always a lot of fun.
This is where is YouTube? Do. Let's have a little look. Boy, oh boy, it's so hot in this suit. I'm going to wear a suit for the whole show. I'm not actually. I'm going to show you with the suit, the jacket, the shirt, the tie. I mean, if you must know what's going on downstairs.
You don't want to know. Not a lot. Gosh, the slippers.
Slapping my knee. But I'm going to show you different looks today. So this is smart. Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to show you sexy estate agent. Then I'm going to show you sexy teacher. And then I'm going to show you hardworking man. I'm going to show you an MP rolling up his sleeves and getting his hands dirty.
That's too many looks for one man, surely.
I can carry more. So let's do the comments. Where is it? I've replied to it.
I take it you were... I take it you were kind of classy about it, and you
I-
weren't like
I
go
was.
blazing in like someone who
No.
owns his own coffee shop and is offended by the
No.
review.
You can listen to George trying to open the cat flap. Listen, can you hear this?
For new viewers, George is a tiny cat with a lot of determination.
Hang on a minute. George, stop it! Stop it! No! Is that sorted?
By the way, what is this Mr. Majika thing going on here?
It's my Mr. Majika thing. Why are you pointing that out? Where is the comment? He said basically, but I saw that. No, likely spam. He's still doing it. What an annoying cat.
Wait till you close the door and then carry on.
I can't find it. Anyway, he said that I was too rude to people, and he would never listen again. And I thanked him. I said, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Thank you. And he said, no. It's rubbish. I will never listen to it ever again. And I went, I really appreciate your feedback, and thanks for sticking with us through this transitional period. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I wonder if I might have responded to it as someone else, actually.
Oh, really? Why would you do that?
Whoa, Figaro, he got magic. Whoa. Do you remember that song?
No.
I'll sing it to you.
Oh, was it the cheapo version of Fernando?
Yeah. Figaro, he got magic. Oh, Matty says he's found it. Hang on, let's have a little look-sies. Let's be honest, Matty is a bum lick. Stop. There we go. Right, so here's the chat. Awful show. Same the talk radio show. Maybe worse even.
So you were paying attention at Talk Radio.
So I replied, thank you. Thanks for the support, JK. I think we can maybe make it even better. Fingers crossed. His reply. Would help if you didn't swear at your audience and have such an awful temper. People can go to 1,000 other Twitch streams for a much more relaxing time.
And yet this guy came to ours again.
Too tense, man. I replied, thals again for your kind words, Jay. I really do appreciate. I've got to edit that before he sees that, because I wanted to say thanks, and I've done what he is guilty of.
Yeah.
Okay. So, welcome everyone. By the way, let's have a look. Let's get these subs. Let's get these subs. Katie, thank you for the bits. Judy, thank you for the bits. Mingle, thank you for the resubscription. Catcher in the Sky. Oh, clever. I like.
Nice.
Namaste.
M's a lot. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for the bits, George.
George.
55555.
Beautiful. And that's it. The rest of you can get knotted. And thank you, Barry. Thank you, Infamous, Greggy G, John, Martin. We're gonna try and make more of the chat. Thank you, Papa Moore, for the bits. So it was, Figaro, he got magic, ba. And then I don't know where it goes, and I want to go. This is how it goes in my head, but I know it's not.
Yeah.
Let's do it properly. Figaro, he got magic,
Whoa.
Simple.
They rhymed Figaro with magic. Oh.
I think so. This is where I think it goes. Figaro, he got magic. Simple Simon says, put your hand on your head. Simple Simon says, you know that song?
Yeah.
Simple Simon song. That's a great song. That is
Simple
a great...
Simon says, put your hand on your head.
Whoa,
Chirpy, chirpy, cheep, cheep.
Everybody cool out. Mods, stand down. At ease. I've had so many complaints about people being timed out and
Wow.
Hello, it's getting hot in here. So everyone just stand down. But then there was a Mickey take of Fernando, wasn't there? By the Barron Knights.
Oh.
Anne and Joe. Do you remember that? That was a good song. We're going to play a bit in a minute, which means we lose all money when this goes up on YouTube, but it will be worth it. Anne and Joe. How does Fernando go? Sing Fernando.
Can you hear the drums, Fernando?
Anna Joe. Can we do a harmony? Just do a
No.
note. Just do a note. Just do a note.
Ah.
We need someone on Skype to do the third note. And if we could get two people to do the third and the fourth notes, that's not their actual names. That gives a fly in there. That'll be awesome. We need someone to Skype. Video Skype, please. Video Skype only. Video Skype only for this. Is Limmy here? Is Limmy in the chat? Did I see? Is Limmy here, guys? Do I need to get a shout out for Limmy? No, he's not here. Limmy's not here. Okay, I was going to get a shout out for him, but he's not here. Glitter Kitty says I'm Limmy. Okay, that's my sister, and I know she is not Limmy. Okay, so we want two people on video phone, Skype. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got ourselves a show.
Hello, Alistair.
Alistair, we waiting for one more person. Yes? You turn me off every time you call, big boy. So Catherine's going to do the note. Here we go. Okay. I'm so sorry. I should have prefaced this. I thought it was obvious. There's anyone that can sing? TLNA, please. TL. Oh, you can't. You couldn't hear him.
Well, probably just as well. We weren't missing much. I don't think he came in until after we'd stopped singing, did he?
We may have saved you. We may have saved you.
Do you want me to do a reconstruction? You went, ooh.
So let's do. I'm enjoying. This is how the Beach Boys started. Give me another note. The focus is not weird. You're weird. I think it's just very bright on my face.
We really are this dreamy.
I think it's a little bit bright.
Opa!
Don't worry about that. There we go. That's it. Oh, it's dark. We don't need the lights. This is all of this. What's your lighting? The lighting is just the screens.
Our natural exuberance.
It's just the screens, guys. It's just the screens. We will do harmony this evening if you want it. Well, totally. Billy Hazy, Skype in. You're a flipping musician. Speaking of magicians, Pete Heat's coming on. Actual magic on the show. You're right. I've not illuminated Frank. I'll do that a bit later on.
I had someone asking me about Frank earlier.
Oh, yeah.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Becky, the mosaicist that did my brooch yesterday.
Yes.
She went, I've just got obsessed with Frank.
Yeah.
Tell me about that piece behind you. So I told her, Mugger Harris did it. And then she said she'd seen the John Ronson film about Frank. And I went, you need to see Being Frank.
Yeah.
And I put her in the right direction. She should be watching it tonight.
Okay, so if she wants, I'll send her I've got the soundtrack CD, which my record label released. I got quite a few copies of it on compact disc, not the vinyl.
I did mention it to her, but I'll offer if you want.
The vinyl has gone, but the CD is still out there. It's still out there. So we've got, so what I need to do is because we've got, I should have set this up the other day, right? So I need to make that Skype thing look really good. Pop Hazy, who isn't here. I don't have the latest. Maybe I'll put it in downloads. I don't have
I have it.
The latest green screen for Zoom calls. You don't know what I was talking about.
I do. The latest thing they sent.
I've got it.
We didn't download.
No, that's not that. It's not the latest thing he sent. Was the film?
Why are you so cross?
Because you keep interrupting me when you don't know what the F I'm talking about.
I have to interrupt because otherwise you don't stop talking.
This is what we want. Sorry? I'm going to think about the ramifications of that in a bit.
Think about them.
I'm going to ramificationize them somewhere.
You heard that.
You did hear that. So we're going to add that. George, will you stop doing that?
Oh, yeah.
New green Zoom. It's going to be some show tonight, by the way, guys.
About your Majika.
Okay, well, those people... Ow! Flipping heck. So we're going to do this. And we're going to add a little bit of chroma. This is all part of it. Someone complained as well about the technical stuff.
People love... I've done some surveys, and people love that bit most of all. True, right, chat? True. That's what you're here for. Technical difficulties.
Filters. We're going to add a little bit of chroma. You watch this, baby. You watch this chroma. A jungle, 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 jungle rock. A jungle. There you go. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, and then screen 2 would be there for the zoom. When we do zoom.
Right.
That doesn't feel right.
No.
No. Oh, buggery. Excuse my language. My son told me he watches this show. So we're going to delete that.
He said he only watches it for the swearing.
So we're going to delete that. Done that wrong. Done that wrong. I've done it wrong. Basically, I've done it wrong.
So actually, we should change the profile of this show to swearing and technical difficulties. It's more truthful.
Okay, this is completely... Oh, God. But the viewers are staying steady, so it's
their...
It's their fault. So this is going to be new green screen. New Zoom. There we go. Add. Oh, Jesus. Please. Make the world go away. Okay, we're going to do this. You could be talking to them while I'm doing this.
Well, you're still making noises.
I know, because I'm scared to stop.
Try it. Just try it for a second and concentrate on the job in hand.
No Zoom. It's not really a show as such. Browse.
I don't know. It's quite the spectacle.
To Don there. There we go. There we go. This is it. And this is new Zoom. And then we're going to... People can learn.
The thing is, this is a journey, because people are into journeys. I've seen a lot of reality television, and what they want to see is from us rising from the ashes, and this is all part of it. You know, I was there when they were trying to fix the screen.
There we go, and that's what it's going to look like a little bit later on. Right, we can go to the main shot now. It's as simple as that.
It'd be dead good.
It's as simple as that. Get very hot in this, but I look smart. So I went to court today. Look at that. You're not supposed to wear your suit jacket tight, buttoned up when you're sat down.
No.
It's not elegant. I went to
You
court.
were the only one wearing a suit, weren't you?
Apparently, I didn't get the memo. It was dress down Tuesday in court today. It's the wrong one, is it, Jeff? What is the new one? That's the last one I downloaded. Right, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. It's gone. That's the last one I've downloaded. So if you can send another one, but I ain't downloading it tonight. Pete, stop sending me stuff. You're sending me so much stuff. So much goddamn.
What he means is thank you
stuff.
for all your help.
Stop sending me crap.
So he was in court.
Hang on a minute. Now I need to get rid of this. What is this? What did I call this? New Zoom. Goodbye.
Yeah. So he was in.
What is different? What is wrong with that? 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 You can't type in Nick Kershaw, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. There is an auto ban on Nick Kershaw. Even if the mods unban it, it still bans itself.
Big Jeff must have some sort of beef with Kershaw. I wonder what that could be.
You always do the top button. You never do the middle or the bottom. Never. And also, most suits only have 2 buttons these days. So I went to court today.
Yeah.
And, we can get rid of that. No, that's not right. Oh, that's Skype. Where's the Zoom one? Oh, yeah. Jeff, and he said something really vulgar there.
Again, yeah.
Really vulgar.
So you went to court.
Shush. I haven't got it. Jeff, and I'm blaming you. So I went to court today for, I don't know why we got that. This is awful. This is a real...
This is stinker, man.
This is stinker.
There's no 2 ways about it.
We missed a phone call. Let me phone.
Nick Kershaw. What's the beef?
Apparently, you can't use my name on Twitch. It's a real riddle.
What was the answer to that song?
There wasn't an answer to it.
Oh,
hello?
Hello, you're on the Late Night Alternative. We missed your call. How may we help you?
Hi, is this for booking a table at the restaurant?
Yes.
Hi, could I be able to book a table for this Sunday, please, for 4 people?
Absolutely. Name, please?
Rob Oliver.
Okay, Rob. I'll pop that down for you. No problem at all.
None of you were pigs, are you?
No.
We don't... We don't want messy pigs in our restaurant.
And just to check, you will be wearing trousers this time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you on Sunday.
You're not bringing... Are you the guy with the ugly children? Okie dokie, hung up. So I went to court today.
Sunday's going to be fun.
I'm trying to tell a court story, Brett.
Brett,
the two of us could look no more. I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to do a favour, right? For everybody that's watching that hasn't subbed, right? For the subbers, I'm sorry. But for those that haven't subbed, you can skip this call. There we go. We've got the ads in. Got the ads in, Brett. I saved it. I saved them, mate.
Cheers, mate.
No worries, buddy. What you got for us, pal?
Do you want to play your right wing's card right?
Not really. No, thanks.
Bye.
It goes dark. Okay, so we need this light on a little bit. There we go. Right, so I went to court today for speeding. Where's that buzz coming from? Your computer, unplug it. We are the best of friends. I love her. It will never end. She never irritates me. Never gets on my nerves. I love being with her. She's a classy bird. So I went to...
He's a massive perv.
Okie dokie. So I went to court today and it was dress down Tuesday. Apparently. I was the only one in a suit. Everyone else track slacks. Adidas, very big on the court scene. Very big in the court scene. And I was there. It was just for speeding. It was fast. And I ain't bragging. I'm not bragging. It was fast. I'm not going to say the numbers.
Sounds a bit like bragging.
I'm not bragging. It was fast. It was potentially lose your license. Potentially lose your...
That's still going, isn't it?
No, it's that. No. But the original buzz was you.
I'm always the buzz. I'm the original buzz. The OGB. Why? Don't need to be like that. I'll tell the court. That'll be your last offence. You'll be going down.
So, I have had Mr. Loophole. I had one of Mr. I couldn't afford Mr. Loophole. I had one of his team represent me before. But no, this was a speeding thing. Lose your license. You work from home. Doesn't matter too much. I got kids that don't live with me, so it does matter quite a lot. And so I went to court and I was terrified. It's only the second time I've gone to court as, not as a nonce, as a, what do you call it? A consumer, a customer, not a customer. I've been as a customer.
A defendant.
That's it, yeah. So it's only the second time I've been as a defender. I've been as an attacker before when one of the carers robbed my mum. Two of the carers robbed my mum. One of them somehow avoided court. The second one went to court.
And that stalky one.
Went to prison over Christmas. And I went to court for the stalky guy, yeah. So I went to court for speeding. I'm not proud of it, thoroughly ashamed of it. And it's all COVID friendly there, which I thought was a bit weird. I thought they'd be trying to keep COVID out, but you had to wear a mask. And then when you went into the room, you didn't have to wear a mask. And you have to stand. What do you call magistrates?
Sir or madam?
Absolutely correct, yeah. Okay, all right, fine.
Used to be a court reporter.
Okay. So I called them sir or madam. And I didn't have to swear on the Bible. I'd opted to do an affirmation.
Yeah.
I will not swear on a holy book because your holy books mean nothing to me. So but I didn't need to do it. And here's the thing. The attacker... right, that wanted me to lose my license. This is how much of a coward they were.
Didn't come.
Video link. I turned up. Video link. Anyway, they were very, very fair. And here's the thing. I got off with 6 points and a fine, including fees. You have to pay victim surcharge and court fees. So the fine was... Here's something for you conspiracy theorists. The fine... was £666. And with court fees and all of that, it's about 840 quid or something like that. And here's the thing. You know what? That's a big old fine, right? Do you know why that's a big old fine?
Because you already had some points.
No. Because I was honest with them.
Oh.
I was honest with them. And I could have so easily, and of course it crossed my mind, I could have so easily said, well, I don't have a job. They wouldn't know about this. They don't know who I am. They don't know about this. Yeah, that's why you need to sub, John. You're exactly right. They don't know about this. But I went in, and part of me thought two things, right? Tell them I haven't got a job, and I'll get a much lower fine, right? And I could have got away with it. I would have got away with it easily. But I didn't. I told
That's
them.
naughty, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but everyone does it. Loads of people do it, right? And I thought, no, I have to be honest. I have to be honest. This is one of the things I've learned in recovery. I have to be honest.
Because once the line starts, it never stops.
Exactly. So I said I lost my job on the 8th of June. I've just started a new job. This is how much I'm earning from it. It's significantly less, but this is okay. And he said, you were doing this speed on this thing here. Lying to the court about something like that seems like a bad idea. They could look into it. You're a well-known name. They didn't really know. And the thing is, they've seen so many people. I've seen so many. I could have been anybody to them. And then
someone would have grasped and you'd be all over the papers for it, except no one knew.
No one knew. There's no one in there. There's no one in there. No one knew. And then also, if I had done that, I wouldn't be telling this story, you know. And then they said, so you're doing this speed in this area. Right. We could ban you for that. What excuse have you got for doing that speed? Now, I could have said, and it crossed my mind, my kid was ill. And I panicked and I had to get there. And it did cross my mind. And I went, I have absolutely no reason for doing that speed. I'm mortified. I'm ashamed. I'm really, really sorry. That is a stupid speed to have been travelling at. But honestly, I have absolutely no reason for it. Boom. And then it paid off because they said, look, you were honest and you said you had no reason. You didn't try and lie. So what we're going to do, and you pled guilty, is we're going to take it was £1,000 fine. So we're going to take a third off of the fine for you and we're going to let you keep your licence. But it would have been so easy. Who's this? This is George.
George.
Come in then, George. Quick, because I'm telling a really interesting story about being honest.
And they've been waiting for ages for it.
Come on. And so I got a big fine. Now, here's the thing. It's a big old fine, right? And but I got some savings. All right, I'll dip into my savings. This job is great and I'm loving it. It's not paying the bills, all of them, but it's great. So I pay the fine, 6 points in the licence. That takes me up to 9. That's the car insurance. I have to deal with that next year. Consequences of my actions. Consequences of my actions. Just got to deal with it, guys. You just have to deal with it. Be honest. That is what I have learned through recovery, through life. Sweat patches.
Is it a sweat patch?
Yes, mate.
That's not a dinner medal, is
I'm
it?
sweaty. I've got big titties now. So that was my court bit. It's quite scary being in court.
I think it's designed to be.
You reckon?
Yeah, of course it is. Over centuries, it's been designed to put the fear of God at one point, but just the fear into people so that their knees knock. Because if you're not frightened of it, well, why tell the truth?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was honest, and I felt proud. You know, I wasn't even that bothered with the fine and the point. I mean, the points kill me.
Couldn't you have said Kath was driving? Well, that would have led to more questions.
But you just got to be honest, isn't it? You just got to be honest. Now, we should be able to do the video here. I'm just opening up Zoom for Pete, guys. Zoom for Pete. Honest is all I can tell you. Just be honest. That's it. So we need this when we got that down on the dark. There we go. And then we wait for Peter Heater, magician. To
appear.
We should explain what the show is.
Well, I wish someone would explain it to me. This show is just a kind of open conversation. We start at 9, we finish at 12 or thereabouts.
Next week, we're going to do some late ones.
Yeah.
We're off on Friday.
And you can talk about whatever you want. You see down here, there's like all the contact details. If you want to give us a shout in person, you can do that. You don't have to have your video on if you don't want. But we just sit here and talk baloney.
I tell you what, while we're waiting for Peter Heater to join us, we should talk about our wonderful, wonderful sponsors. Catherine, talk to me about Big up the Gregorian.
Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors. Right, so you're having a tough time trying to sort out your finances, etc. Who gets the kids, all that stuff. Divorce, of course.
Divorce, of course.
They don't make it any more difficult than it needs to be. They don't play one off against the other. They don't get involved in the he said, she said. They look at how you're doing mentally as well as, you know, in terms of legally. And you can give them a ring on this number on the screen to just have a chat through to see if they'll work for you. They're pretty sure that they can make your life a bit easier.
I'm just looking because the Somerstown boys.
Oh yeah, they sent a little update, didn't they?
The Summers boys sent a little update for us, and I want to give you the latest news on SommersWasteSolutions.com is the place to go.
Also known as Mark and James. They're brothers. It's a family business. They can cater for your business no matter how big or small it might be.
Mark is a big fan of cardiacs and was mortified when Tim Smith passed away, as he should be.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whether your company needs a wheelie bin, trade waste service, recycling, hazardous waste, clinical waste, whatever it might be, give them a call. Give them a call at Sommers Waste Solutions and they will chat through the options for you. They are pretty sure that whatever you're doing at the moment might not be the easiest way, might not be the least expensive way of doing things. They can increase your green credentials and save you money. They could probably also get you some top brownie points with the boss if you suggest them.
After 11, we're going to do, after 10, excuse me, we're going to try and do what we did yesterday with these guys, the Poseidon Safety Management. We're going to get all of you to kind of raid the Sommers Waste Twitter, if you can, and just send them some love. Follow them if you want. Send them some love. That's cool. Poseidon Safety Management. Cornwall and Devon, they will be patrolling the streets now. Maybe they're patrolling some schools or some pubs or an industrial estate or a shopping centre, anything like that. If they are doing it, it's not thugs that are doing it. It's totally nice, approachable people. They might have some dogs. I'd approach the dogs with a little bit more caution. You know, don't, whatever you do, get a piece of beef and smother it in like sleeping potion and stuff. And that's how you do a robbery. I've seen it in a movie. And loads of you kind of raided their Twitter last night, and I know that Nick is eternally grateful.
That graphic is not legible, says Mark79.
Mark79, what is this, guys? How about this? Here we go. That's a little bit better.
How's that?
That's a little bit better, isn't it? Ooh, it's over there. Oh, you looked the wrong way. Poseidon Safe on Twitter and Poseidon Safety on Facebook. We will talk to those guys a little bit later on. Stay there. Right. Can I make this work? Right.
Please make it work.
No, I can make Pete. Just hang Pete. Right.
There's Pete.
Hang on. Now, just everybody cool out.
Pete, purple Pete, Pete, purple Pete.
Hang on. We've got new. We can't do it in the way that I wanted to do it. I'm trying to make us look snazzy, Pete. And for
you look snazzy.
Well, we do on here, but we don't on the stream.
So I'm just gonna. The new Zoom is gone. Jeff did send me a new one, and I ballsed it up. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to go down there, and we go. Oh, it would work. I could make it work. I could look at. By the way, Pete, you're looking absolutely super fly guy today. What the hell is going on?
What do you mean?
Are you wearing shorts?
I'm not wearing anything down there. Oh wow, look at that! No, I've actually got trousers on. I feel like.
Oh, well done.
Let's have a look. If you don't mind.
Show us your magic trousers.
Oh, he was working that, wasn't he? He was working that, and we liked it. How you doing, Pete Heat?
I'm very well. Yeah, good to see you. I'm well. How are you?
Really good. For those who don't know, Pete Heat is a friend of ours. He's a magician. He's my favourite magician. He's been on the radio show loads of times.
What do you mean radio show?
Exactly.
Magic on the radio? How could that work?
Well, exactly. And now we can be honest. He wasn't really doing anything. He was just saying stuff. And then when he pointed at us, we went, whoa.
Wow. Burn him.
How did you do that? And so we're just being honest about that, guys. But tonight, you better do a magic trick that works and we can see. But before that, are you still doing your Zoom shows?
Yes. I am. Yeah, I've done a couple today actually, or a few today. Yeah, I am. They're going all right. They're going well. There's way few sort of private bookings, but I'm still doing a few of them. There's a lot of corporates because people haven't gone back to work yet. Yeah, it's happening.
How if people want, by the way, I can say Mark79, can he make Ian disappear? You disappear.
Whoa,
Make Mark79
hey.
disappear for 10 minutes, please. That's the power I got here in Twitch. I booked really early on in lockdown, actually. You came, didn't you?
Yeah.
We booked Pete for a Zoom magic show. And I watched in my house with the boys. Kath watched in her house with her kids. My sister watched in her house. It was flipping awful. No, it was flipping brilliant. It was brilliant, right? And we paid for it. We didn't get a freebie. That's not why we're saying this. It was brilliant. You've got.
Then I booked it for my sister's 40th.
Yeah.
Because what else were we going to do? And then I booked you again for my daughter's. So
yeah, and I'll see you there. Yeah, you were Ian. You were one of my first, like one of the first sort of 10 or 20 bookings, I think. So the show's actually changed a bit since then. But yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it? It was fun.
So
Okay. We loved it. And we'll put the chat in the link and with the link in the chat, and we'll put it on Twitter. If people want to book you or have a little look, where do they go?
Yeah, it's Pete Heat, which is PETEHEAT, PeteHeat.co.uk. /camera tricks.
Okay.
So camera tricks is the page because it's tricks but on camera. Do you get it? Do you understand?
Have you had any, because it's not your fault, but have you had any shows where people don't like magic?
I've had some weird ones. I've had ones where, well, in fact, I think it was that there's a guy who, I won't say any names, but I think there's someone who was one of your listeners. Because, by the way, thank you. You put loads of people my way. So the first raft of people were all massive fans of you two. But I think there was a guy with his family, and they just sat completely stony faced throughout the whole thing. Like it was, I'd be like, yeah, someone name a card, and they'd just be like silent, and I'd be like, gotta name a card or there's no trick. And then like someone would grudgingly be like four of spades, and then I'd like do the thing, and then at the end it would just be nothing. And then anyway, like throughout the whole thing, at the end of the show, I really wanted to just slam my laptop closed and just be like, and I stormed out of my room after the show. Like that was terrible. And then the guy tweeted about me on Twitter going, really like praising me, going, "Oh, excellent show!" I'd like suffered for half an hour, and they loved it apparently.
Maybe his screen was frozen or something, and
Yeah,
actually
maybe.
they were both all loving it.
I think their hearts were frozen.
My sister is in it. I think she may be drunk tonight, Joe. But when I asked, have you ever done shows for people that don't like magic, she's just typed in Dirk Benedict. We had Pete on the show. I'm looking at that.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah.
On the show as the same show as the Face Man from A-Team, Dirk Benedict, and I thought it would be kind of nice. I thought this could be really interesting. Normally you get a guest in, and it's a guest, and I thought let's try something different because we've had Pete a few times. So let's get a big star, and we'll bedazzle him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get. It's not that he doesn't like it. I just don't think he got magic.
He didn't know the rules, did he? It was really weird.
He was almost angry that you were cheating him.
Yeah, or like he didn't even know that the stuff that was happening was impossible. He was just kind of going, okay, so right, so yeah, you've predicted the thing I was thinking of, right? Like as if there was more. Like, but that's the trick.
And Pete kept, and I felt awful. I felt awful. Also, I was finding it hilarious because, and Pete kept looking at me as if to say, what more can I do?
Pete, you're so charming. You were laughing along, and I couldn't tell whether you were laughing at him, at the situation. You were very gracious.
You've been a big inspiration to us. There have been a few people that have really inspired me and Catherine to do this and to do. We did our other show, The Rabbit Hole, on Zoom for a bit, and it's you and Stephen Page, Stephen Page, a singer from the Bare Naked Ladies, who does a concert every Saturday night in his basement. And when we saw. And you came up with this idea really early, as the industry was dying, the live entertainment industry was dying, and I know so many people that are out of work. I know a couple of big names got mentioned to me today who can't pay their mortgage because that's the way it is. But you came up with this really early doors in the lockdown. Oh, I know, I'll do it on Zoom. Were you doing it on Zoom before, or did you just come up with that?
Well, yeah, I mean, so I was really lucky. I'd actually had the idea for this about 2 years ago, and I didn't do it because I thought it would be a hard sell to go, hey, like normal stuff that you do on a night out. Why don't you sit in and look at your computer and watch a magic show? It just seemed too weird. But then so when this happened, all my gigs got cancelled, which they did, every single one of them, obviously. I was like, I could do that thing that I thought of, and my wife Alex kind of pushed me like, yeah, do it, basically give it a go. And I was like, well, nothing ventured, nothing. I didn't think it would be at all popular. Or I thought I'd do a few. It's been paying my rent for months now.
Wow.
But yeah, and I was the first magician in the world doing it. Like at the time I was googling it, and there was just no other hits for virtual magic show or Zoom magic show, whatever. And now every magician does it, and all their websites are clones of mine. I know this probably sounds arrogant, but I'm saying it, man. They're all like using exactly the same wording as me. But I would too, to be honest. If I was, I don't expect people to not do virtual shows just because I came up with it. But they would have come up with it anyway. But I was the first anyway, and that was worth doing because.
All right, tough guy. Let's show us why we should book you and not Doug Henderson or something.
Doug Henderson's a great guy.
Is he still alive, Doug Henderson?
I don't even know. Is that a real person? I thought you were just making someone up.
I think Doug Henderson. I used to have a book, Paul Daniels' Book of Magic from about 1981, and he had pictures of magicians from all over the world.
Henning?
Doug Henning!
Yeah.
Doug Henning.
Well, there's a reason you shouldn't book him because he's dead. He's a dead man.
Oh, there we go.
But if he did turn up, that would be a whole nother act.
That would be more impressive in a way, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, he's playing the long con. All right, then. Well, in that case, I'm going to cancel my booking with Doug Henning. I feel I've been trolled.
You should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Show us what you got, big boy.
All right. Well, you two have seen every trick I've ever done, so people can see me, right? That's
people
what
can see you and they can hear you.
Yeah. Good. So this is more for them than for you, but you can watch and pretend that you've never seen it before. So let me show you this. This, Ian and Kath, is a pack of cards. Ooh. And it's now a shuffle pack of cards.
Even just doing that is impressive.
I know.
I
can't shuffle
even
cards.
that is like
I've got a machine.
Good, because that is the end. In fact, let me just check that this is actually a full pack. I've been using this all day. There's enough cards in there to make this work. That'll do. Okay, it's not quite a full pack, but it'll do. So I'm going to mix them up. And as I spread through them like this, can one of you just say stop at some point? Just shout stop. Okay, perfect. What there? Do you want to go one further, one back? What do you reckon?
There, right there.
Happy there. Okay, I'm going to turn it towards you so you can see. Can you see what that is? Yeah? Okay, now I'll be honest with you. This is easier than you might think because I've got a screen in front of me as well, so I can see it. It's the Six of Spades. Oh my God, it is incredible. That's incredible. But there is more. There's more. On that Six of Spades, I'm going to write a random word. Are people commenting on the Twitch, by the way? Is that how this works?
Yeah, someone is asking. Needlefax says, "I like your hat, Pete. Is it real?"
No, it's not actually. No, it's more of a state of mind thing than an object.
Okay.
When you mention, no, it is actually real. Yeah.
But people are commenting. Yes.
Yeah. Good. So I was going to say, can someone in the Twitch comments give me a random word to write on this card so that people know this isn't some setup?
Now, careful.
Okay.
Can we go with? Can you write bumulet, as in amulet, but for bums? It was just something we was mentioned the other day. A bumulet.
Absolutely, I can.
Thank you, Kitty got claws.
That's my default anyway. Bumulet. Okay, that's what I normally would have written, but it's polite to ask. Right, so we have the Six of Spades with bumulet, right? Is the spelling how you would have spelled it?
Perfect. That's exactly how it's in the dictionary.
Oh yeah, by the way, I should point something out before I carry on with this. There's something hanging up behind me here, an envelope with a little yellow bit of paper inside it. I'll show you that later. That'll become important later, but just for now, I want you to be aware. Today's prediction, exactly, yes. Today's prediction, that's what it says. And later on, that will become relevant. I just wanted you to be aware that that's been there the whole time. Anyway, so Six of Bumulets. Let me stand up so you can see this. In fact, your job as a group, dear viewers, is to keep track of this Six of Spades. So follow the bumulet. If I stand up like this, it's going to start roughly in the middle. It's going to jump from the middle. That's the idea. It's going to jump from the middle up to the top. So this top card here, that's the Six of Spades.
Whoa! Come on, man!
Let me show you that again. Watch. Okay, so it's going to start in the middle.
I love it.
That's the 60 days. So that's the general idea with this one. Basically, we could just keep doing that. It would go in, it would jump up. But you'd start to think. You'd start to think that I must have more than one card like this. So before I carry on, let me show you they are actually
No
a whole
more
pack of
Bumulets.
Bumulets.
Yeah. In a way, that would be more impressive if every card now said Bumulet across it. That would be the kicker ending, wouldn't it?
Oh.
But in fact, this time, so now you know there is only one like it, which is obviously quite important with these virtual shows. You can't examine the pack. I'm going to give it a little bend, right? This is true, by the way. This is what card cheats do if they want to keep track of a certain card. They give it a little, it's called a crimp, a little bend like that. This is way less subtle than they would do. Obviously, it's pretty clear what I'm doing here. But they give it a little bend. And what you do then is when it's in the pack, you can see the shape of it, right?
Yeah.
It will leave kind of a line, a little mark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can keep track of where the card is. But watch the top of the pack. You're going to see the exact moment this arrives back on top. Watch. What? Bumulet time. Thank you.
So much.
And you know what? Let me take this one more time. Actually, this time I'm going to leave it sticking out from the pack so that you can see it is actually in there. You can see that, yeah?
Yeah, I can see half a bum, yeah.
But yeah, you can see a bit of bum. And if I put that right in, so I can't distract you. Where's the lens of the camera? Is that like here? Is that the lens? Yeah. Okay, so it's not on top, not on the bottom. It's not anywhere because.
Oh, come on, Pete. Come on, man.
I will not come on. You come on.
You come on.
No, you come on, actually.
I'm going to come
once.
on. I'm going to come on.
And actually, the weirdest thing about all that is that before this started, I put something in my back pocket. So let me show you this. In my wallet, there's a little zip compartment in the middle there. Inside the zip compartment, there's a little folded card. Now, this is the bit that doesn't make any sense. Bumulet! Thanks. Good. Good. Any questions about any of that? No.
Get out of here. My sister says no way. How? Just how? Says Andrea. Magic will never not be cool. Says Danny. That's the thing, though. For a long time, Magic wasn't cool. It was kind of nerdy, and the bow ties, and it was the geeky kids that were.
Yeah, I was going to say the young kids were particularly scary, weren't they?
But I love it. I've always loved it. It is. Would you say it's kind of cool now?
I'd love to say a resounding yes, but I don't think I'm the least biased of sources. But yeah, I'm happy that you're asking that you're saying that. Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? Because you gotta kind of be a super nerd to be a magician, haven't you? You gotta be the type of person that's going to spend hours just sort of working out the exact place to put your little finger to make the three of clubs go. You know, it's a nerdy thing, but the effect that it has on people is way out of proportion to the work that you put in. People tend to love it, I think. Like, yeah, I don't know. I totally know what you mean there, because whenever I meet a magician, it's highly likely that they're a complete. I don't know. Am I allowed to say words on this show?
No words, God. We're not allowed words.
I think magically, if we all pause, we know exactly what you were thinking.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Heat.co.uk. Can we someone put the link again for the live shows? Because now you've seen. He's good. Right. This ain't some amateur. This guy's proper. We'll put the link in the chat again a few more times as we're chatting. Cool. How are you doing mentally with the lockdown? Are you safe? Are you keeping well?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. To be honest, I don't leave the house much at the moment. I've got two little kids. I've got so they are 2, nearly 3, 2 and 5. And that took me a while. I was really like, please get this right. I know my wife can hear me in the next room. I've got to know my kids' ages. And one's just had a birthday. It's a nightmare. But they're 2 and 5. And basically it means, I'm putting the kids to bed. And I'm doing these Zoom shows and things. So I don't know what that's not relevant to the question. I'm losing focus, right? Anyway, what I'm saying is there was
this deflection taking place. Unbelievable.
I know. Basically, there's a good long period of me kind of not really going out much. It's not like I was always going to nightclubs and raving it up like it was like 2007. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit lonely, isn't it? It's a bit boring, but it's okay. I'm all right. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit, having moved on from the talk radio thing. I'm a little bit up in the air as I might be completely changing careers at some point in the next couple of years. I'm looking.
Yeah, I saw you were saying that you were going to study things.
I did. I might. I've not made up my mind yet. I just did a little 4-day kind of taster course in counselling, and I might apply to start studying a 2-year diploma in September, and with a view to 2 or 3 years getting out this crazy business.
Cool.
Show business, Pete, as you know, toughest business in the world.
We have it so hard. We have it so hard. We basically have it harder than miners, I think.
Oh God! And those nurses. I mean, why were they not applauding entertainers?
Exactly.
In my mind, they were. Whenever anyone claps, it's always
applauding
for me.
Yeah. Is your 5-year-old? Does your 5-year-old? I can't remember. At 5, are they old enough to understand the laws of physics? Is what you're doing impressive to your 5-year-old?
It's starting to get that way now. Yeah. So initially it was cute. Like I'd make a rice cake disappear or something, and they'd just go magic, and then wander off. Like they knew that there was this thing that I did called magic, but they didn't know that was magic. It was just like, oh, Daddy can make things disappear, and I guess that's one of the many things I don't understand about the world. But now, they're starting to like, especially the older one, Jago, who follows me around and going like, but. Yeah, I know it's magic, Daddy, but how did you do it? and I'm kind of trying to sort of fob him off with, I don't want to crush his dreams by going, there's a very simple method actually, and it was in my other hand. But equally, I don't want him to grow up like this weird space cadet that thinks that, that all this stuff is also like possible. So I'm in this weird in between thing of like, yeah, it's just some magic. Don't worry about it. It's a funny thing for them. I have no idea how they perceive it or what they think is going on. Yeah.
You want to give us another one?
Yeah. I mean, how long have I got with you?
A magic trick.
Oh, a magic trick. Oh, right. Yeah. How long have I got with you, just so I know what to?
Would you want another 10 minutes, 15 minutes? You got as long as you want.
Okay, cool.
What do you want? Pull the elephant out or something? We get you.
The elephant out of his ass. That takes 30 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
It does take approximately 30 minutes, actually. Yeah, but it's what a finish. The crowd always love it. Can I try? This is more for me than for you. Can I try a new one out for you?
Oh,
actually, no, forget it. I'm not going to. I've got scared. No, I'm going to do it. All right. Okay, so.
You're looking fine at the moment, isn't he? Looking good.
What's going on? You had your hair done.
I'm loving the bit of colour in the hair. You're looking very well. You're looking sexy. I'm saying it. You're looking hot.
You both are looking as hot as you always do, and I'm flattered. I don't know. I think I've got a bit of a tan. This hair was initially. I got bored one day, and I just sort of shaved it, or not shaved it. Had it cut really short and dyed sort of blue. It's supposed to be blue, and that washed out in about 3 seconds, and then it went sort of white and then yellow and horrible. Anyway, now it's finally grown into some sort of weird silvery.
On purpose.
Yeah. So it looks kind of like I've got highlights in, but it's not deliberate. And just haven't had a haircut in months, obviously. Right. Let me show you this. Like this is literally the first time I've ever performed this for anyone, which is definitely what you should do. Is you should go on something with loads of viewers and just do it, and just try it out like that. Right.
By the way, my sister, who is definitely pissed, despite her saying she's not, has said not Pete Heat. Pete Hot, and I think we'd have to agree. Pete Hot. There
Ian's sister. Right. These are what these are. These are train tickets, right?
Yes,
so I found the other day that I got a stack of back from when I had gigs. These because I don't drive. I don't know about you, but I get the train everywhere when I've got gigs. So I got for tax purposes. I got a big stack of train tickets from all over England. Let me if I bring it up close, can you see? Hold on, where's the destinations?
There we go.
London, you see the cities about there. So we've got York, we got
Norwich,
what's that? Coventry, Norwich, whatever. And they're I think they're all is that upside down? Yeah. So I'm going to go right through like that, just to quickly show you that they are all different, or most of them. I think there's probably a couple of similar ones, but anyway, and basically these are in my bag with a rubber band around them, and I've had them for ages. But I found the reason I'm showing you them. I found on the back of them I got this I've been doodling on a train journey, and I got like a little made a little flick book out of them, which is quite cool. Like you see the train. Let me hold this so I can do it. You see there's a little train, and if you sort of flick it, it looks kind of like the train's moving along. Pretty cool.
There we go. Chug a chug.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, but let's do something with this. So I'm going to spread through here. going to try and do this so you can actually see the names, but we'll see. If I hold smashing my house up trying to get in the shot. If I do it like this, can you see the cities there?
No, we can't see the cities.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go through and you
we can see the cities now. You
okay, right.
Horsham, Luton.
Okay, great. So why don't you say stop somewhere as I go through?
Okay. Stop.
Okay, so what's that? Ashford, or do you want to do the one before Ipswich? Or the
one before Ipswich, please.
Okay, so Ipswich there, right?
Ipswich,
so,
yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Let me try and do this so you can see it. If I put that at the front, you can see that. Right. So is it? Yeah, Ipswich.
London
there?
to Ipswich.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. Now that was pretty fair, right? You could have stopped anywhere.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, genuinely, obviously, you could, and it could have been whatever the next one was. I can't remember, but could have been anything. Here's the weird thing. This was drawn on a specific journey that I made. I'm going to flick through here and show you the rest of the flick book. Train's going along. Oh yeah, past some trees, past some houses.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, it's past a little church.
It's not going to come into a station.
It's not going to come into a station. It looks like a sign approaching.
No.
Pete!
Oh,
Pete!
Terrify me. Well done.
Thank you. That's genuinely the first time I've ever done that, as you can probably tell.
That's beautiful.
That is terrifying.
Lovely drawings.
Oh, thank you very much.
I just need to do a little bit of business, guys. I've just played, fired off some ads. Mods, is that the second set of ads I've done in this hour? I just need to check. I've not been keeping tabs because I've been entertained by this gentleman, Pete Heat, peteheat.co.uk. I think that was the second set of ads that I may have played. Someone will tell me in a second. Oh man, how long does it take to come up with a new? How many tricks are there? Is it like there's 4 tricks, but it's all how you do different variations.
No, there's so people say there are 7 basic tricks. I know I was joking before, but basically they do kind of say that. Like there's a vanish, there's a what they call the penetration, which is like rings linking together, that sort of thing, or there's a few different things like that. There's mind reading, there's whatever, but almost every trick is or levitation is one, animation where you get something to move that shouldn't be moving, like if something moved across the table by itself. And there's I think it is. There's 7. I think it is. Someone's written some stuff about it, but every trick is some sort of variation on that, because obviously a trick has to do something impossible, and there aren't that many ways that things can just behave in unusual ways, basically. But then obviously each trick, there's thousands and thousands of tricks that are all variations on those different sort of themes. And it depends. Like sometimes I'll come up with something in 10 minutes because it's just the concept that's the new thing. Like, I can just apply this idea to this thing that I already do. But sometimes you work on something for years because there's maybe you have to practice it and build a prop specifically for that, and it varies basically.
And do you have a preference over the close-up card magic and kind of the bigger, proppier, more involved things, or is you equal love?
I love the close-up stuff because, and not just cards, but anything close-up, because it happens right in front of people. And often, say something changes in their hand, or it disappears, or appears in their pocket or under their watch or whatever, and then you get this. It's much more of an experience. Or for example, if you were thinking of a word and I just told you what it was, that's like affecting you directly. Whereas if you were in the audience of a big stage show and you see me disappear from a cabinet, it's kind of like, I don't know exactly how that worked, but there's probably a trap door in there somewhere, and guess what? Of course, that's what's happened. It's not like, so it kind of doesn't really matter. To me, at least, that's how I think about it. But then I do like some of the big stuff as well. I think it depends how cleverly made it is and how well performed it is. Anything can be made exciting or boring.
And with this whole COVID thing, because we've cancelled our tour, and people were it was only a small tour. It was wise with an infectious pandemic. But then the venues were saying, well, do you want to postpone it until next year? And we may have done our last show, I don't know. But we decided not to postpone it because I don't see, until there's a vaccine, I don't really see a change. Have you got any dates booked in? 'Cause I know some comedy venues and some music venues are talking about putting in partitions, and you kind of people have to walk a certain way, like they do, a certain route, like they do in supermarkets.
Or spacing the chairs out.
Spacing the chairs out. You can only go to the bar if you're a certain height or something. Have you got any gigs booked up? Have you spoken to any venues about this?
I'm starting to get inquiries for next year for weddings and stuff. But even then, there's a lot of questions about what happens if do I get my deposit back if there's another lockdown or whatever. Which is fair enough. Obviously, you don't want to be spending loads of money on something that's not going to happen. So I've started. I've just got a booking for a wedding in the south of France actually, which is going to be lovely if it happens. But I know that some of my friends are some of my magician friends are starting to do these kind of little socially distanced garden parties where it's a few people in some sort of gazebo or something, and so I'm sure I'll probably do a few of them, but no, nothing. I haven't got any real world bookings for months and months. My whole diary now is virtual Zoom stuff, but it's like that's going really well, which is I mean, I've been really lucky. I remember when the first day when about 10 bookings got cancelled in one day, I was just lying on the floor in my living room, and my wife's going like, no, it's all right, we'll be all right, and I'm like, we won't be all right, but anyway, it's we've bounced back. It's all right. It's been fine, really. Who knows if that'll continue, but for now it's been all right.
Okay, I'm getting suspicious that maybe it wasn't some bat in a Chinese wet market. It was this guy.
He already had the plan, didn't he?
He had it 2 years ago.
Very convenient.
He's created the COVID, hasn't he? He's made the COVID his biggest trick of all.
I'm going to make this scheme work.
No comment.
Do you want to? We should probably end. Have you got one more?
Do you want to see another one? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yes, please.
Okay. All right, so
we'll give you the link in a bit if you want to book Pete for. He does Zoom shows like this, and it's great and it's wonderful. It's mysterious. What I really liked about the Zoom show, apart from the tricks, obviously, is that we kind of know each other. We've met a few times and we know each other. But at the end, there was no hanging around.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye. And you went, and that was it. And I loved it. Obviously, I sent you a WhatsApp afterwards, but it was just wonderful. There was no, and that's the show. Was that all right, guys? It was you just left, and it was wonderful. The tricks are pretty good as well. But go on, so give us one more, and we'll post the link again.
The best bit was when I was no longer there.
Yeah.
The end.
Thanks, Ian. Cheers.
You're welcome, Pete.
Okay. All right. Okay, people who are watching on Twitch, here's one you can get involved with. If you get your calculators out, right, on your phones or whatever, people on
Where have I put
Twitch,
my phone? Yes.
And this is something you can sort of follow along with. We're going to create a random number between a few of us. So let's see. First of all, if you're watching this on Twitch, hello, first of all. Can you give us in the chat, can you type in a random 2-digit number? 69 is hilarious, but everyone will
someone
do it.
in the chat give us a 2-digit number that is not 69, please?
And Ian and Kath, you can choose which one we go with.
I'll choose the first one. We've got Hamo Hash has come up with 74.
Nice. Okay. And basically, if you got your calculator out, and anyone at home can follow along with this, we're all going to type 74, right?
Yep. Got it.
Okay. Now we're all going to hit times, so multiplied by.
Yep.
This time we want a 3-digit number, please, Twitchies.
3-digit number, please, Catherine.
777, straight in.
777. That is John Marden. Thank you, John.
Cool. So we're all going to type that. Thank you. Right. This time we'll press plus. Okay, what we're doing here, by the way, is we're creating a random number. I think I've already said that. So at the moment, my calculator is showing 57498. So I imagine you're all on the same. So then you're doing it. You're doing well. Okay, Kath, can you? Oh no, actually, maybe we'll get a listener to do it again. Can we have a 5-digit number this time from someone? It can be from one of you. Or have I frozen? Or am I all right?
You're frozen. Come back.
Oops.
Pete.
Oh dear. Hello. Can you hear me?
Pete?
Can you hear me?
Have
I frozen? Did I freeze? Yeah. Sorry. How far did we get? We
could hear you. So you're looking for a 5-digit number.
Yes.
Kath, do you want to pick one?
Yeah, go on then. I'm going to do Funky Bob 66115.
66115.
66. Okay. Cool.
We managed to keep the Zoom up this long, so we're doing well.
Okay, all right. In fact, just as a checkpoint to check we're all still on the same page, if we press equals, we're all on 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 3.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. In fact, we'll only do one more. If we press plus one more time. Although it's not just, this is leading somewhere. It's not just a bit of fun maths to liven things up. And yeah, to speed this up a bit and to make it as random as I can, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to hit some keys, and that will be my input into this. So I don't know if I've got a number. Yes or no. Let me do one more digit. Is that one? Did I get one? Yep. Okay, yes. 358407. That's the last one.
358-407.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So, yeah, that'll do. That's a lot of random numbers. That'll do. Okay. So if we press equals, I'll explain what this was all about. So the reason for getting so many of you involved here and so many random digits involved was to make this as random and unpredictable as possible. Because while people might have a favourite playing card, like say Queen of Hearts, Ace of Spades, whatever, it's very unlikely that someone has a favourite 5-digit number, say, or a favourite 3-digit number. It's unlikely. It's just random data. But here's the thing. Despite how random that was, I kind of hope we would arrive at that number. I'll show you what I mean. So behind me, hanging up here, there's this envelope that I mentioned right at the beginning. Okay, and let me show you this a bit closer. So Ian, as you pointed out earlier, it says today's prediction on it, right?
Yeah.
Actually, if I bring it closer in, you'll see it actually says another word. It actually says today's the prediction. Can you see that?
The prediction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to mean anything.
No.
Until you look at the number again and you think about today as in today's date.
Oh my God.
Date is the 4th.
Oh my God.
2020. So the 4th of 8, 2020, which is today's date. Today is the prediction. And that gets weirder the more you think about it. Because
Shivers down the spine.
It's incredible, isn't it?
The chat, people are leaving. They're, what? No, that's incredible. Wow. Okay. No. What? Says the retro engine. Go on, Pete.
Good. Thank you. And there's more. Let me show you what's inside here.
God.
So this has been deliberately hanging up in shot the whole time. So, you know, so you could see it the whole time behind that window. That's why I had that big clear window there. So, you know, I can't tamper with it. Basically, that's my point. Earlier, do you remember when I was spreading through the pack of cards and you shouted stop? It was the 6 of spades.
Yeah,
do you remember?
The bumlet.
6 of spades. I drew a little picture earlier.
Oh!
6 of spades. That was the first part of my prediction. I also wrote a random word here. I wrote the word Ipswich earlier on a little whim. But there's one more word, and of course it was always going to be this word.
No.
On the back.
Can we get the link, please, in the chat for Pete's show, peteheat.co.uk/camera tricks?
That's correct.
That's it. We'll tweet that as well. There it is. I mean, dear God, I love you so much, Pete. I can't wait to see you in real life. You know, partly because I'm a huge fan. Again, I mentioned this before. You were so kind to my kids when you met them and you entertained them, and that you know, you've got me for life. But hello. I thought that was one of the kids. The kids are here at the moment. My chair. The kids are here.
You were doing a bit.
No. Thank you so much, man. Stay safe, and I hope you get lots of work, and we'll speak really soon.
Thank you. Really good to see you both. Thanks a lot for having me. Much appreciated. Right, see you later. Bye.
Love to the family. Bye, Pete. Thank you. Thank you. My God.
He's so good, isn't he?
Oh my God. I've got to play 4 adverts in this hour because I missed one out. It's just ridiculous.
So many people were anticipating boobies in the number game.
As Friends Rust said, I didn't think that one joke I made would be part of a card trick. That's the bummulet guy or gal. I'm sure it's a guy. We know it's a guy because a gal's not going to come up with bummulet. Legend says random hero. David Halliwell, amazing. Voodoo Man. MTJ104, loved it. Dolly Thomas, so clever. Clary Grundy, Cozy Bug, love it. Feisty Well, my balls have exploded.
That's the Parapete Heat.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I'm taking the jacket off. We're going to see some great sweat patches here.
Disco Ring.
I just think he's so brilliant, right? And he's come on the show, but we've paid to have him, you know, do shows for us. Oh God. I'm gonna need to light a little candle to our love.
Oh, careful now.
What song is that from?
I light a candle, the hopes we had.
No, you're singing Freiheit. Look at this! George!
Outrageous.
Excuse me, do you want to go out? Is that what you want, darling boy? Go on, out you go.
Doesn't, just want to sit on the chair.
Thank you. You're singing Freiheit.
Isn't that what it was?
The dream may never be over because we're keeping the dream
alive.
Here is a sexy, relaxed, successful estate agent look.
And this is a windswept teacher. There was always one, wasn't there?
Don't do that. No.
Yeah, there was.
No, I'm talking about the song. It's not the song. The song.
is it?
What was this? What did I say?
Light a
I
candle to
light
our-
a candle to our love. In love, our problems disappear.
It's McCartney.
Yeah, but with the song you sang wasn't McCartney.
I know, but wait. Don't know.
Yeah. Well, we soon discover that one on one is all we long to hear. Dum-ch, 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 dum. All around the world,
Pipes or
little
Peace?
children being born. It's such a good song, a really good album as well,
Pipes
really
or
strong
Peace?
album. Let us show them how to play the pipes of peace. Guys, if you're not
Does he
following,
mean bifters?
no, he doesn't. It means pipes of peace.
Oh, I know what Macca's like.
If you're not following or subscribing after Pete Heat,
Don't know what you're playing at.
you don't belong here. You're gonna get what rubbish is on Twitch right now? Some idiot playing Call of Duty, right? Some knobber playing SnowRunner.
Someone driving an imaginary bus.
That was actually quite entertaining.
Yeah, but you got
And
furious
now
with
what am
the
I?
wheelchair guy.
What am I? I'm a sexy dad.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm a sexy dad.
What made that happen?
Roll the sleeves up. You've got to subscribe. You have got to subscribe for that. That is just, it's just awesome. It's just, I mean, I want to end the show now.
Don't.
No.
Just getting a message from the.
Our kids, this is what I meant to say earlier on. I don't think we mentioned it. My kids are staying for a night, maybe 2 nights, because their mum's working. And Catherine had no one to look after her kids tonight. Can I bring the kids over? Bring them over. Yes, of course. So the kids have had a little bit of dominoes, and they're over in what we call the den. It's a shed with a sofa bed and a blow-up bed. And they're over there. And we're so lucky our kids got on really, really well together. And the boys were so excited when they heard that the girls were going to be here. Has anyone died?
No one's died, but my eldest is saying, I think I want to go home.
Okay.
Not now. We've got the option of staying over, you see.
Are my boys farting a lot? Is that what the deal is?
Oh, she's just... This is the reason. It wasn't necessarily that we didn't have anyone to look after the kids. It was that my eldest has had her braces fitted today. And she was really looking forward to it. And she's had a massive come down with the reality of it. And I was about to go to work. Well, I was talking about getting ready to go to work. And she said, could I come with you? She's just feeling a bit... You know when she's 11 going on 12. And although she's getting quite teenagey in a lot of ways. Yeah.
No, it's like 11 going on 16.
No, but she's...
Oh, she's literally
I'm
11
saying, yeah,
going on 12.
And she's kind of on the cusp of teenagehood, but then occasionally she just wants a mum. So I said, maybe you could come with me. And Iain was nice enough to say that they could come. But anyway, she's feeling a bit wibbly today.
I'm a great guy. What can I tell you?
Bless her.
Does she want to go and have a little lie down up in the boys' room?
I don't
If she
think
wants
it's
a little
that.
bit of
I think
alone
it's just
time?
she's feeling a bit...
Yeah. Well, the kids are excited about braces, and here's the thing. Braces are not very nice. And
No,
I've
but they've got quite trendy, haven't they?
They've got trendy. It's painful. It's painful. It's not the look. I have braces and it hurts. And I've tried to tell my boy in the kindest possible way I can. So I'm so pleased you're excited for it, but it's uncomfortable. They're an uncomfortable thing. And, but...
Yeah. It's funny because, occasionally I'll think, oh, she's so grown up. And then there's always a little moment, where you realise that she still needs a mum for the moment. I mean, she's going to hate me within 12 months because I think from 12 onwards, I was awful to my mum, like awful. What?
But I love your kids so much. They're so beautiful inside and out, and it's a joy to have them in. It's amazing how well our kids get on. Similar ages and similar pairings. The eldest are, slightly geeky.
Yeah.
And I say that with love, and the youngest are idiots. And I don't say that with love. And it's just incredible how similar the pairing is. Well, they're very welcome to stay here if they want, but if she wants to go, she wants to go. That's all. It's all
groovy.
Cool. But she can either sleep in the eldest's bedroom with her sister, or she can sleep in that bedroom on her own if she wants.
Yeah.
That's cool. So make sure she knows all of the options.
We'll see, because she said, how long have you got? I said, 2 hours. And she put the sad face.
Aww.
I reckon she'll either be asleep, carried away, or maybe she'll want to come and get in bed with me.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, you're staying as well, eh?
I'm not going to leave him.
Didn't mention that. Would have been nice.
I brought me pyjamas. Do you want to see him?
Yes. Here we go. Amaranth, get out of town. Here we go, guys. This is the stream. Oh, you better subscribe, because as soon as those PJs come over here, I'm clicking that second ad. I'm clicking that second ad. So you better subscribe. What's for breakfast? Crisps. I bought some crisps.
Pizza.
I'm going to click. You better subscribe.
Right.
Because Kath's bringing her PJs.
What do you want to see first, tops or bottoms?
Tops first. Tops off for the lads. Here we go. Oh, here come the adverts. Oh, it wouldn't let me do the adverts. I've done them too soon to each other. Balls. Hang on. Save it. Save it.
Oh, I flashed it.
No, we'll save the bottoms.
All right,
Save the bottoms until we can play an advert. Can't do an advert that close.
No, you're not ready for the bottoms yet.
Well, let me do it. We're too close to the previous set of adverts. This is the late night alternative. If you just stumbled in, thank you very much indeed. I'm Iain Lee.
I'm Catherine Boyle.
And we've hosted radio shows together for the last sort of
7 years.
7 years or so, and before that we did radio shows separately, and I did some TV stuff. I was on the 11 o'clock show, and I was on a TV show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I Stole the Strawberries, and we are now doing this 5 nights a week. If you're in the UK, we start at 9 p.m. every single night. And it's 1 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, and it's 4 p.m. if you're on the East Coast of America. And it's a phone-in show, the only phone-in show on Twitch. We won't be the only one for much longer, because everyone is going to copy us. But we are at the moment the only and the first phone-in show on Twitch. If you're in the UK, 0203 286 6370, and if you're on Skype anywhere in the world, TLNA. Great, I've started the adverts. Get your PJs out. Bum your lip.
Right, so there's a top.
There we go. Oh, I've got to put my headies in.
Hi.
Hello, caller. We're just showing Catherine's PJs.
Oh, I'm going to miss that.
You've missed it. You've missed it. And I'll be modelling those later on. Hello, caller. What's your name?
It's Christina.
Hello, Christina.
Hi, Iain and Catherine.
Hello.
How may we be of service to you, Christina?
My boyfriend has bullied me to call you.
Well, your boyfriend is a scumbag.
He's a chicken. Why didn't he call?
I guess he did, but you have banned him because he promised to kill David Attenborough.
Kill who?
David Attenborough.
Oh, David Attenborough.
The David
National
Attenborough.
treasure.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, well.
So.
And?
I have a question, actually.
Go on.
What is your way of eating pancakes?
Oh.
With a knife and fork. I don't really like pancakes. I think they're hideous, unless you're in America and you're having them for breakfast, and they're big old thick cakes of pan. I don't like British pancakes.
Don't you?
No.
Oh, I do.
But you mean, when you say my method, you mean what do we have on top of it?
Yeah.
I like golden syrup and bananas and a bit of ice cream.
Oh.
What?
Fancy pants.
Well, they only have it on Pancake Day.
Yeah, I know, but still. Golden syrup, bananas and what?
Ice cream. Vanilla, right? Well, what would you have on it? Nutella.
Sugar and lemon.
Nutella.
Old-fashioned.
You have a bit of something on there.
I was told that the only right way to eat pancakes is with sugar and lemon.
Okay, well, if you're told this by your boyfriend, I really think you guys need to split up.
Is it a lie? He told me that's the only way, entire way.
Can I ask your accent? May I ask where you are originally from?
I'm originally from Estonia.
Okay, good. I love Estonia. It's a great place. Your boyfriend's British, is he?
He is.
He's an a-hole. He's an a-hole. But he's got a tiny hog. You need to get rid of him, Christina. You're better than him. He is gaslamping you.
What? Gaslighting.
Don't do that. It's gaslamping.
I didn't do anything.
I
didn't do anything. You're imagining it.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go and tell him that I'm gonna
He's a
dump
jerk.
him because of the pancake way.
You go and tell him the pancake way, Christina. You go and tell him. My sister said, well, "What is her why?" For those who don't know, what is your why was a call that we had years ago on the Talk Radio Show, and she just phoned up and said, "But what is your why?"
Yeah.
And then she got really angry with us later on
Because she'd said it.
and she said, "Can you stop saying it, please. You are mocking my mental health. I was obviously upset and distressed when I called you. You shouldn't have let me on the air, and now you're mocking me. Stop saying that. And we went, because we're cool mental health people. We went, okay, well, we didn't know that you were as upset as you are telling us, and we're sorry to hear that. We thought we dealt with you. We dealt with the call rather fairly. She was complaining about something.
No, she was getting philosophical, and it was going round and round in circles, and it wasn't really making an awful lot of sense. But What Is Your Why was particularly charming.
But we went, okay, well, we'll stop saying it. So my sister, by saying that, is bullying, is mental health bullying.
Outrageous.
Mental health bullying. Baz, thank you for the sub. Barry Pickles is gifted a sub. Thank you. Wonky T, thank you for the bits. Chief Brody resubscribed. Banks 271. Claire UK. John Don 1970. Umska. Thank you for the bits. Katie for the bits. This is definitely the best show on Twitch right now. Says Umska. Umska. Your Baz 77777 subscribe. Thank you. Welcome. And that's it. Right, so I played one ad break.
Seen this? KTBR24. I've been watching this show since the first week, and it's been brought to my attention that I now say that things are groovy. That'll happen.
She's a non-subscriber. You can ignore that. Have I played 2 adverts this hour? I'm so confused. And if I don't get the adverts right, yeah, that's right. My pen does. My pen says what you think it says.
It's a present.
I've played 2 ads, and the only person I want to hear from is Gatford, because I trust Gatford more than anyone when it comes to the ads. I trust that guy.
He's an ad counter.
He may have fallen over because he had another toe removed. 2 toes. He's got 2 toes less. Caveman 1333. How do you avoid the ads? Let me tell you. You subscribe.
Yeah.
You avoid the ads. If you've got Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch with your Amazon Prime. You get free subscription once you subscribe. You have to renew it every month. Or you can chuck us a £5, or you can chuck up more. You can chuck up more if you want. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. I got a question, says Ferdinand. Why do exceptionally bland male presenters, namely Eamon Holmes and Pip Schofield, do so well? Ooh. Is it the safe pair of hands thing? Well, I know what you mean. I've met both gentlemen, and most times I've met them, they've been generally very nice. Eamon Holmes did get really angry with me once on live TV, and that was weird. And I got warned the next week just to don't poke the beast.
But is that, do you think, live TV is a cutthroat business, and I wonder whether it doesn't do well for people's insecurities?
Nah, bollocks, he was being rude.
Okay, I was trying to understand.
He was being rude. But I have an affection for both gentlemen. They're slightly cold, if I'm honest. Pip Schofield is slightly cold when you meet him. But that's fine. That's fine. We're all different. But it's that wallpaper thing. There are a lot of presenters who I'm not going to name because sometimes they retweet me. But there are a lot of presenters who are they're safe. They're wallpaper.
It's the same reason why if you listen to your local commercial radio station, you will hear songs that are okay, but not like massively divisive. Because okay is good enough. Okay, mainstream, inoffensive is what pays the bills.
Beef, I just blocked you because I consider that homophobic, what you said there. So that is, if you're going to ask, that's why you're blocked. He said they're both gay. That's homophobic, right? Yeah. So that's why you got blocked there. So don't even bother emailing. Should we see if we've got any emails from people who are upset that they've been blocked? No, we haven't.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it'll come. It'll come. 0203 286 6370. Ian, I have a question, says Katie. When you went to the NTAs after I'm a Celeb, who did you party with after? Her, because as soon as our award was done, I got into a limousine and was driven to the radio station to make the show. We did our jobs. We did the show. Yeah, we did the show. I didn't stick around. Okie dokie. I mean, we could have said something.
I know, but I prefer to hear him scurry around.
Yeah, could have said something. But
be ready. If your phone is be ready, you'll get on. That's the way it works.
905 viewers. Is that what we've got? 905. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Sure, I'd like more, but I'm happy with that. Coach driver chic suits you, says my artist. I'll take that. Coach driver stopping and having a cheeky beer after he's finished work, and the pub is just around the corner from his house. That's the look I'm going for. Do you know, I don't drink, and I don't, because I'm an addict and an alcoholic. But sometimes a nice cold beer
On a hot day.
on a hot day like this, you just think, a nice cold bottle, and I'm not even I wasn't even a fancy, but a Peroni, a nice bottle of Peroni, just holding it in there, holding it in your hand, feeling that cold, and the moisture on the outside, and then just having a glug of that. Oh, this is good. Get 5 more in.
This is the problem.
5 more of these, because I'm just gonna go straight through these.
Could you not do alcohol-free beer?
No.
Would that just trigger?
No, I did. My friend Conan, a while ago, bought me some alcohol-free. It was like a bitter, and I couldn't drink it because there was something about it. You poured it into a glass, and it looked like beer, and it had a head.
The whole thing.
And that was uncomfortable. And then I tasted it, and it was like, this tastes like beer. Alcohol-free, wasn't even low alcohol. I couldn't have a low alcohol, but. And I was drinking it, and it was just. This was years ago, but why go and play? Why go and poke the beast through the cage?
No,
why
exactly.
would you do that? Some people can do it. I know Limmy does it, and that's great. But I just couldn't do it. It just felt. It just
Too
felt
familiar.
it was just too familiar. That taste and the head on there and the colour and all of that. Now, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
Yeah, exactly. So don't do it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right.
Do your squat says I've been teetotal for 3 hours now. Well, run out then. This is the thing about the lockdown, right? No
Yeah.
one's driving anywhere. Very few. I know people are going back to work gradually now, but a lot of people still aren't moving anywhere, and it's very easy for the evening beer to become the afternoon beer. And I do wonder what we're going to find when we unlock everyone.
Pea-stained sheets. Have a cream soda instead. No, I just fancied holding a bottle of beer and that kind of thing as it hits the back of the throat. I've got loads of cream sodas. I'm really cutting down on my fizzy pop at the moment. I'm doing well with the vegan.
Veganism.
I cheated a little bit the other day. There was an open packet of Haribo, and I just wanted a little sugar kick, so I had half a dozen Haribo. All right.
That still is progress.
All right. Okay. I had 6 Haribo. Maybe it was 8. I don't know.
But that's remarkable for you, because in the before times you'd have necked a lot.
And I had some, and then I went for a second handful and had some, and I went, you were there? I went, they don't actually taste very nice, do they? They don't even taste any
They
nice.
don't taste of an awful lot. Really,
No,
when
it's
you think
horrible.
about it.
So, and everyone tonight, the kids and Catherine came round, and I ordered Domino's, and I had the leftover vegan curry that I'd cooked yesterday from the Jack Munro book. So, actually, doing really well. And those pizzas smelt and looked amazing. And part of me thought, oh, I'm missing out. And then part of me thought, well, I'm not missing out, because I could have a pizza in a couple of weeks if I decide not to carry this on. This is fun. This is fine. This is just for tonight. Just for tonight, I'm not going to have those pizzas.
Quack, quack. Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Catherine.
What was that noise?
Quite.
We heard you go, wah.
I hope it was great.
And yeah, are you still doing the Twitch show?
Yeah, we're
As
on now.
we speak, yeah.
Oh, I'm live on now.
Yes.
Could you stand in the place where you get a good phone signal, please,
Yeah.
mate?
Oh, great. I've been trying to call you for the last few days, and I couldn't get through.
Okay, while you are doing that, I'm just going to tweet. Oh, look, Sharon Scott's cat is really enjoying the show. I like that. While you're doing that, oh, look at that. That's good.
Is that better?
Oh, I like that. That is much better.
I thought you was looking at something, a magazine or something.
No, what I am doing is I am on Twitter, and I'm just going to tell all the boys and girls, because what you have to do these days, because people are idiots. I am...
I've just been watching the news at the moment, but I thought I should ring you up and see if you were still doing the show, because I've only just got my internet working again.
I'm just going to tweet. So come and
Nope.
Oh, bomb. Come and watch me and at flipping Kath.
And.
All right, I'm just typing. Live right now. We are chatting to Nigel from Maidstone.
Well, this is fantastic. So I was feeling so depressed, not being able to talk to anyone. And I've just heard on the news that people taking codeine can make you worse than you are. You know, the drugs. Codeine.
No. You've really misunderstood that whole story about painkillers. The painkillers.
Really, on the news.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, how am I going to get off it for the pain?
You're not. You're going to follow the directions of your doctor. There's a story about how painkillers can. But it's about codeine and about how
can make you depressed.
Yeah. But if your doctor is prescribing it, then that is great, and that is the way it should be.
And if you're managing to wash and dress yourself and get exercise and get your shopping and whatever, if you can manage all that, then you can't be any worse off, can you?
Yeah, keep talking to your doctor, and it will be all right.
Well, I only have mine once a fortnight.
Perfect. What, your codeine?
My prescription's once a fortnight.
Okay, great. Well, just keep talking to your doctor. Don't you worry about that. That is for people who are buying it in dodgy places or who have been taking it for years and years and years and years and years. Don't you worry about it.
Don't fret, Nigel. You'll be all right.
But he even said that paracetamol are dangerous. Mustn't take paracetamol.
No, it doesn't say you mustn't take paracetamol. It doesn't say you mustn't take codeine. It says you need to be mindful. All drugs are dangerous. All drugs are dangerous if you take loads of them over a long period of time. Listen to your doctor.
I was going to ask you, I am. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Just getting prescribed what I'm supposed to be getting.
Perfect.
So I was going to say, are you able to put any of my YouTube things onto your page, onto Twitch?
No.
I thought you could link a YouTube onto your page.
We could do, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I see. You can do.
It can be done, but I'm not going to.
You've done it the opposite. The opposite way you've done it. Yours to YouTube, haven't you? Which you did the last Monday one.
I upload my Twitch. I upload our Twitch stuff to my YouTube channel, and the reason I'm keeping my name in the YouTube channel is I did think about it's just because I've got other stuff on there, and you don't mind me having it. I
saw yours. I got yours okay on YouTube. The ones that you've already put on there.
Okay,
I think I'm in some of them.
Thank you very much indeed.
Obviously, because of the credit, I couldn't listen to the whole show because it's about 3 hours long, isn't it?
Oh God, don't go on,
God, it's so boring. The show.
And no, not because it was boring. Because of my credit, I didn't want to use all the credit up.
Yeah. Well, you take the credit.
So, have you had any famous callers call in from the talk radio show?
No famous callers. We had Bob Mortimer on from Vic and Bob.
Did you?
We had Paul McCartney's brother.
Oh, right.
We've got Gail Porter tomorrow and Dick and Dom in a couple of weeks. And Danny Wallace is coming on.
Yeah, quite a few famous celebrities then.
Yep.
Yeah, Rufus Hound. Katie
Rufus, what does he? Is he a singer?
Yeah.
Well, he does everything, yeah.
He is now, yeah.
So I'm earlier tonight. I'm on earlier, aren't I, really? Because usually I don't come on till...
Have you got a song for us, Nigel?
I haven't got one ready to sing, but I was just trying to think of one offhand. But you've heard Nigel's Time so many times, haven't you?
Yeah,
Nigel's Time. What should I do now? Lady is a Tramp. I haven't done that many times.
You haven't done that for a while. Let's have it.
No, we'll do that.
Dedicate it to Catherine.
Okay, I'll start. Can I start now?
There you go.
So when will you be putting this on YouTube? Next week?
What day is it today? Tuesday. It will probably be Friday or Saturday maybe. But I'm thinking possibly. I am considering possibly holding off on the uploads to YouTube to see.
Because you've got so many.
To see. Well, yeah, exactly. Because when it was just like one or two, they were getting a couple of thousand views, and now it's one every day. They're sort of getting 5, 6, 7, 800. And I'm just wondering if perhaps we're losing some of the live viewers as well because they're all going up on YouTube. So I might. Last night's and tonight's and this week's, I might just hold off of YouTube for a little bit. Just playing around with stuff. Just playing around.
You don't have so many listeners as the radio, do you? Obviously.
No. But they're better. They're not
But
racist
they're
scumbags.
not. They probably haven't heard of your show yet. A lot of people.
They're not all pleasuring themselves over pictures of Dan Wootton and Dolly
No.
Parton.
No.
Yeah.
But gradually you'll get more and more ratings, won't you?
That's
Maybe.
the hope.
Maybe.
Hopefully. It's nice to talk to you, Catherine, as well. Anyway, so I'll do Ladies Tramp to finish off then.
Here we go.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She likes the theatre but doesn't come late. She never bothers with people she hates. That's what a lady is, a tramp. She doesn't like crap games or Baron and Els. Won't go to Harlem with them and pals. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's what a lady is, a tramp. She likes the cold, swift wind in her hair. Life without care. She's broke, that's oak. Hates California because it's cold and it's damp. That's what a lady is. That's what a lady is. That's what a lady is, a tramp. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo, yeah.
Nigel Coppor says this was auto-tuned. Is that auto-tuned or not?
The phone's not, no.
Thank you very much indeed. There we go. There we go. That reminded me, right? And I've never put it up on YouTube. I filmed a pilot for a show with Mackenzie Crook, written by Bob Mortimer. It wasn't very funny.
Yeah.
It was sub Vic and Bob, and I've got it on VHS, and I've never put it up on YouTube. And it just reminded me that we had Tony Hadley on it, singing while me and Mackenzie were dicking around behind him.
Yeah. God, no! Tell me another one of your showbiz stories.
Oh! She's gone! She's gone! Oh my God!
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, you've peed yourself.
Well, only a bit.
You coming up?
I might stop down here for a bit
By the way, what you can see in the background there is a haunted gramophone. It's a haunted.
It was making its own noises once, wasn't it?
Haunted gramophone.
Did it used to start up?
Yeah, maybe we will get the haunted gramophone up and playing at some point. Maybe tomorrow night's show will be the haunted gramophone special. There's me bloody Beatles. There's me bloody Beatles. Ay. Thank you, Mark, for the subscription. Alistair, thank you for the gift. Daddy Bear, thank you. Make sure you follow. Just if you can't subscribe, just click follow. Just keep following.
Just do something.
Every night. I'd love to get Darren Morris on. I suspect that might be slightly problematic for him while he's still there. I will ask him, actually. I will ask him. But I suspect it might be. So if he doesn't want to do it, then we'll get him on when he's not there. He might be cool with it.
Leanne loves this cushion.
Hey,
You know what?
Hiya.
I painted this.
Kath painted that. You can buy that on the
Hiya.
website. Hello there.
Hiya, Ian and Kath. How you doing?
Who's this, please, caller?
It's Ali.
Ali?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Ali.
How you doing? I'm surprised I got through.
Don't be surprised. Everyone can get through.
How do you spell Ali?
Well, is it short?
A-L-I.
That's okay.
There we go.
There we go. Couldn't think. You talk to our
Yeah,
friend Ali.
Yeah, I just wanted to see you, and I was watching you and Amir Khan again the other day, and I was just wondering if she's have made friends after Strawberry Gate.
Well, I texted Amir Khan, right?
Yeah.
And he saw that text. Someone saw that text, right?
Yeah.
But he... Oh, it's a nice message from Pete. Where is it?
It said it's now a management number, didn't it?
Oh, okay. So someone has seen that tweet, that WhatsApp message, and they have not got back in touch.
Beatles, so overrated, says Solo Magnus. No, rated.
Is Solo Magnus? He is. Okay, he's a subscriber. That was nearly a timeout offence. No, Ali, I thought we were friends. We got on really well, and then something changed within the camp, and he actually became very, very nasty to my face. And then I found out he was being even nastier behind my back.
Yeah, strange, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you seem to have a good rapport sometimes. It's weird.
Yeah, we
It's weird
did. We did to
sometimes
start with,
people.
and then he was a
Yeah.
bully.
But from the outside, didn't you notice, Ali, that he would he'd go wherever the wind blew? He was one of those kind of blokes.
He's not very bright.
No, he's not the sharpest tool.
He is a tool.
Sam says regular issues with levels here, especially when Iain plied. Okay, I don't know what that means. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna get a limp. I'm doing my best. You can live with it. Shut your face, Sam. You can live with it. Any other questions about the jungle, Ali? I will answer anything.
Yeah, I mean...
Smegma.
Oh, my God, not that again.
About that, did you just... were you not in the right frame of mind? Did you just not want to wash, or...?
I did not want to be naked, right? And to really wash your genitals,
Fair
you
enough.
had to be naked. And I refused to do that. Also, it was a cold shower, and I'm not a cold shower kind of guy. But yes, after about 4 or 5 days, I decided I've got to peel this back, and I've got to really get in there.
Oh, God, too much.
I got to get in there. I got to get in there, and I got in there.
All right, I think on that note, I'm gonna leave now. So
Yeah, I would.
Thank you, Ali. I will answer anything.
None of us can unhear that.
In the jungle, where did you go do a number 2? In the dunny. You went in this little... And that's what I thought I would hate. But actually, it was all right once you got used to it. You had to keep your microphone on, but I would put my hand over the microphone if I was really straining one out.
Oh, my God,
Yeah,
really?
you weren't allowed to take it off. Stanley would always take it off because the rules didn't apply to him. But you keep it on, but I would just really tightly grip it so that... And then one of the jobs was cleaning out the dunny, which was great. It was 2 of you. You go underneath it, and there was like a big bucket, and you would put a lid on it and put a clean bucket in, and you carry that to where it was picked up by. That was one of the best jobs because it was easy.
Right.
You didn't see it. We saw it a bit. If you put the lid on quick, otherwise you saw it all. You put the lid on quick, otherwise you saw it all. I didn't want to see it all. Didn't want to see it all. Vox 300 is asking about onanism.
Yes, of course.
No, you were.
That was in the contract, wasn't
That
it?
was in the contract. You were not allowed to touch yourself in a mature fashion. That was they came into my hotel room and they said, here's the kind of the rules we'd like you to read. Yeah, sure. But there's 2 that we want to point out to you. You are not allowed to touch yourself in a mature fashion, and you're not allowed to touch anybody else in a mature fashion.
Gosh.
Um,
And the kids have just come in.
Hello? Is that a kid? Hello?
Or is that a bloody big cat?
Gonna be a bloody big cat. To be a bloody big cat. We got over 1,000 viewers, which we seem to do about 10:30, which is interesting. And there is an option at some point of moving the show 10 till 1. That's an option.
Yeah.
It's an
I
option.
do wonder.
Yeah.
I do wonder.
It's an option.
Doesn't make that much difference to me. It still takes me an hour to get home, so. DG Bally, who was the worst farter in the camp.
Stanley Johnson.
He didn't know he was doing it, apparently.
Every step he took, it would come out.
But he had a real bee in his bonnet about people brushing their teeth away from the sinks.
He was disgusted by people walking about the camp brushing their teeth. He thought it was private and should be done in. Oh, it's private. Why are they doing it like that? It's disgusting.
Meanwhile, he's baking air biscuits in front of everyone.
Lizzo74, thank you for the follow. Click follow, everybody. Click follow. I would probably see more live. A lot of people saying 10 to 1. Yeah, I know. 9 till midnight works really well for me. With the kids and with lockdown and but it's a possibility. And we've always said in all the press we said it's a possibility. If it's not quite working like that, we might move. Here's the thing: if we move 10 till 1, we'll get loads of people saying, 9 till 12 was. 9 till we can't
I
please.
love the days of 9 till 12.
Yeah.
Remember those?
We can't please all of you.
No.
So I tell you what, let's do a survey. Should we do a survey?
Yeah, let's. As we have the facilities.
Let's do a poll. There we go. So we're going to do a poll, all right? Okay, I don't know what that is all about. So
That was
new
yesterday's poll.
What time would you prefer? Hashtag TLNA? Question mark. Now, question mark. So we go 9 till 12.
Yeah.
10 till 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any comedy ones because this is really serious, actually, guys. This is a really serious poll. This is a very, very serious poll. So we've put it out there. You click, it should be on the top there. You click on that.
Because, right, I know that people that have come over from the radio are used to 10 till 1.
Get used to this.
But you weren't used to that before.
That was a
surely.
made-up slot. Someone somewhere made that slot up. 9:30.
It's always one.
It's not. Several of them think they've got a funny joke going on there. and so, Freddie, thank you. 9 till 1. No, I was going to put that down. I thought, no, everyone will say that. We might. I mean, we are going to do some shows that are longer. Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Because you know I stream and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. It would be wrong of me to do this like on a Sunday night to go, oh, I fancy doing a late night alternative and firing it up. That would be inappropriate, wouldn't it? What would your thoughts be on that? It feels to me like it would be slightly inappropriate.
Well, then, if it feels like that to you.
But what does it feel to you?
Well, it's our show, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I think before, when, you know, it was a talk radio show and it was your name.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
Okay.
But I know what you mean.
So you should quit.
What?
Huh? So, because sometimes
It'd be weird if I did it without you, without question.
I don't think it would, actually. I don't think it... I mean, I think it would be weird if either of us did it without each other. But I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't, but I know what you mean about it feeling weird.
But is there... Supposing I just fancy doing like a stream on a Sunday night that wasn't gaming. I'm not, by the way. It's just thinking. I mean, I suppose I could do like an 11 o'clock show revisited kind of thing, and that would be cool, wouldn't it? But this is us, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is team Catherine and Ian.
Yeah. But
this is the dream team.
I won't fall out with you over it.
Bet
I'll
you would,
just
'cause you've got
harbour just a little bit of resentment.
There it is. There it is.
Beth W 1990. I don't think Kathy's keen, Ian. Oh yeah, you tell my friend of 7 years what you think I'm thinking.
Can I lick your face?
No.
Oh. Beth would have let me lick her face.
Yeah, but you haven't seen Beth.
How about a 12-hour special for charity? No. Charity gets loads of stuff. Why should I give charity stuff? Charity gets loads of flipping stuff. By the way, it's 65% want 9 till 12, 35% want 10 till 1.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Are you still in touch with Kelly Betts and Justin Dealey? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Justin's going to be a dad. Jesus Christ. They did one of those gender reveals, and I always wished a girl on him. I always wished a girl on him because I thought it'd be the making of him. He's having a boy. Here we go.
Shut up, Gatford. I'm not going to request 9 till 9:15.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for...
Okay. Okay. La 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 ba 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 do ba do ba do ba do ba do.
The message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Hello, Kelly. It's Ian.
And Catherine.
We're doing our show now, and people are asking if we're still friends. I think we're still friends, Kelly, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we are.
I think we are. I think we are. I think we are still friends. Could you give me a call back if we're still friends? Thanks a lot. Bye. There we go. We'll find out. We're going to find out the hard way. We're going to find out the hard way. 0203 286 6370. The more content, the better for subs. Sunday late night with Ian Lee. Well, no, that's too. If I were to do and I might do some stuff on Sunday nights because I like it, but I wouldn't call it that because that's too much. That's too much like this. And you're right. I think it would be different. What about calls? Is that too similar?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Do what you want.
Now we're out of focus because our friendship is. Move your hand. It's focusing on your hand.
That was me that magicked that better.
I'll magic you better in a minute. Yeah, we could do it in separate homes as well. That is a possibility, and I've been thinking about that because I've just got a vibe there's going to be another lockdown
I've been thinking
coming.
about that too.
And if there was another lockdown, then yeah, we would do it at home.
I would have to move in.
Don't think so, buddy.
I don't think I could. Oh no, locked in with the kids even longer. I haven't been on my own for ages. This is the longest I've been on my own.
Do you want to go up to my bedroom and have some alone time?
What does that mean?
I think you know exactly.
Oh my God.
You know exactly what it means. We're not doing it on a Saturday because we got Stephen Page Saturday nights, and that is our social thing. But yeah, I've got back in the last 2 weeks into streaming games. I'm really enjoying doing that just because it's easy. Just sit on the sofa, on the beanbags in the living room, and play a bit of Bus Driver or Call of Duty. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Here we go.
Here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Kelly, you're live on the Late Night Alternative, broadcasting to 1,062 Twitch people watching us. And people are asking if we are still friends.
Oh, I think so.
Why do you think?
You ring me really late and I answer.
You
No,
didn't answer.
I didn't answer.
No.
But I called back, which shows friendship.
Is this late, though? It's 10:48.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's late.
Okay, were you asleep?
No.
Well, what's the problem then?
What do you mean?
Well, you're talking like there's a problem.
It is late. It's antisocial.
It is late, but
Well,
because we're
turn your phone
friends,
off.
I allow it.
Okay, turn your phone off, I would suggest, or put it on silent.
It was on silent, that's why I didn't answer.
Well, then-
Also, don't tell her what to do with her phone.
I'm not sure if I
Hi,
want.
Kath.
Hello.
Don't know. I'm not sure.
Hello.
Shut up.
Miss you so much.
How are you, Kath?
I'm well.
Good. What's happening?
Oh, not a lot,
Yeah.
Still,
lockdown.
still this.
Say that again.
Still this.
Right,
Just this never ends.
You know that COVID. Kelly,
Yeah.
the lockdown and the 50,000 deaths are your fault.
Oh, I knew I had something to do with it.
And why is it your fault?
Because I voted for the Conservatives one time.
And why did you do that?
Because I wanted to get a house that time.
Yeah, and
And it worked. Look at me now. I'm in a house and I haven't had corona. But loads of my friends have.
all of this, excuse my language, Storm, is because of your selfishness. And that to me sums up the Conservative Party and the Kelly Betts Party.
But did you get a house?
Yeah, I'm in it now.
As long as you're happy, mate.
As long as you're happy.
I know. As long as I'm happy.
Okay.
But that's the only reason that people really do anything, is to make themselves
To make you happy.
right? Is to make me
Kelly
happy.
Betts happy. Oh, Kelly.
Oh dear.
Are
What
you?
is this live on? Twitch? Did you say?
Yeah,
Twitch?
yeah. Twitch, and because you're young and hip, you know all about Twitch, and it's the place to be, right?
Yeah, it's the gaming thing, right?
The gay man thing. The what? Sorry.
The gaming thing.
Is that where the gay men are using it as well? Gay women are using it. Straight men and women, bisexual. Everybody's using it. Trans. Everybody's using it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, I don't
That's
quite.
good.
Why, I'm surprised you picked on the gay men thing. That seems a bit homophobic, if I'm honest.
It's typical.
Typical Tory.
It's alright. I've got two brothers. One of them loves gaming and one of them loves gay men. So I'm just right in the middle.
Okay, I think that's how it works. All right. I miss what are you doing? Are you still doing crap bands on the BBC? No, BBC Introducing.
I'm still bringing new talent through
That's
the
it.
BBC.
That's
yeah,
it. Thank
yeah.
you. I'm so sorry. I forgot the script for a second. Give us someone. I've got a tip for you. Can I give you a tip? It's a hot young talent that I think is going to be on something. It's a young lady, teenager, 17 years old, young woman called. I'm going to sing you one of her songs. I'm a tough guy, make your mama sad guy, might seduce your dad guy. Yeah, you know her, Billie Irish. Billie Irish. Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
I know,
She's good. You should get her on BBC Introducing.
I will. Thanks
Okay.
for the tip, Ian. That's really cool of you to suggest somebody like her to me. That's great.
Thank you, Belly.
Belly?
Belly.
Belly kits.
Belly kits. Are you the father of? Are you the mother of Justin's baby?
justice.
Okay, that would explain it. Kelly, one day when lockdown is over, can we go out for prisoners?
Oh, is that still open? What
Oh, it can't be still open, surely. Hey, Kelly, Justin's Justin's having a boy.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
All right, geez.
Mini J-Pop.
Oh, J-Baby. Oh, it's going to come out vaping and everything. It's going to be amazing.
Do they do milk-flavoured vapes?
I hope he doesn't get bacon rage.
No, they don't get that till they're 2.
Oh, not till they're 2, okay.
Oh, I miss you so much.
We miss you, Kelly.
Oh, I miss you guys.
We get so many people, when we were doing talk a bit, but while we're doing this Twitch show, so many people asking after you.
Oh,
We genuinely do.
My parents.
Yeah, they want to know where you are, what your address is, and who's this boy you're shacked up with. All right. Nice to talk to you.
And you.
Bye-bye.
See you guys soon. Bye.
Bye. She hates us.
She totally hates us.
Like
What
us.
a piece of trash. What a piece of trash.
Still. Apparently they do make milk-flavoured vapes. It's called Mother's Milk.
They make every flavour. I did like vaping when I tried it once.
I know.
In Ireland. Tried it in Ireland.
Tried it in front of everyone, and I said it wasn't a good idea, and I was right.
I tried it. Do you know what? I nearly bought the other day a cigar. I want to smoke. I want to get a big fat one in my mouth, and spark it up and suck it down in my back. I want to sit in my back garden on the back step. Big old fat cigar, and I want to get a head rush, and I want to puke up, and I go, I'm never doing that again.
And what was my objection to it?
That you're
not a dabbler.
That you're a baby. You're a massive baby.
No.
You are a massive baby.
No. You're not a dabbler.
You haven't got the balls. You haven't got the balls to let me be the man that I want to be. I want to be the man. I want to be a man.
God, imagine.
It's a bit of a chilled show tonight.
Totes. You'd think it was Friday night.
It's a very chilled show tonight. I don't want to. No, I'm not going to get a pipe. That gives you back of the throat cancer.
I don't think cigars are very good for your mouth.
No, but pipes are worse because it's concentrated, and it hits right at the back. That's what killed Graham Chapman.
Is it?
Yep.
Gosh.
Yeah. No, that's not going to happen. Follow. We've got loads of people. Follow, guys, and if you can subscribe, please do. You can link your Amazon. You know this, but some of you maybe don't. If you've got Amazon Prime, you know, with the movies and the next day delivery for free and all of that. If you've got that, that is owned by Jeff Bezos. This is owned by Jeff Bezos. You can link. Someone's going to post a link in the chat. You can link Amazon Prime with your Twitch. And you can then subscribe to us for free. We get a $5. It's money you could never spend. Let's take a call. Hello, David Virgo.
Hello.
Hello, Ian and Kath. It's Dave in Toronto. How are you?
Hey, Dave in Toronto.
Toronto. Hey, man, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Thank you, all things considered.
We haven't seen each other. We've done a video call before, haven't we?
We've done it twice. In fact, the first time we ever did it was with the Big Tall edition, when you were doing the thing from your garage.
That was it. Do you know, it technically wasn't my garage. It was in
Tammy's garage.
Tammy's mum's house, Tammy's mum's living room. But we pretended it was my garage. Flipping heck, that was like 8 years ago, man.
A long time ago. But I've called before then. We did all the Tiger King thing last time.
How the devil are you? It's looking beautiful. It's looking sunny. Your kitchen is looking clean. You got a TARDIS tea caddy. You are rocking it.
Living the dream.
I am. The TARDIS cookie thing, my little boy got me for my 50th.
What?
Which was on the 20th. So I hit 50 years old, and that was his lovely present from him.
Now, you say you can't see that he looks 50.
No.
Look at the stubble. The stubble is white. The stubble is white.
I still don't think you look 50. You look very young and fresh-faced.
Thank you, Kath, and you're a spicy potato yourself.
Wow.
Bombay Aloo. One of my favourite sides.
Wow. Okay.
No, I had a question because what I wanted to ask you was, Ian, is that because I didn't see when you were in the jungle because I was over here,
Yeah.
but I always saw little clips and stuff like that. But when you were coming out, I remember there was a clip on GMTV when you were going to start there, doing some stuff there.
Yeah.
But I also remember Richard Arnold. They were like building you up that you were going to be coming on board.
Yeah.
And there was a really weird clip with Richard Arnold going. So they were sort of going, so what will you be doing, Richard? He went, I don't know. You're not going to be here, are you? We're just kind of going, he's coming.
Yeah. Oh, he was.
And I was kind of wondering,
Strikes me as the bitter sort.
what happened there? Because didn't you actually appear together at times when you were actually at GMTV?
I don't think I ever met him.
You covered for him, didn't you?
I covered when he was off. I did meet him. I met him before I did it when I was in like maybe filming a little trailer for it or something, and I met him in the hallway. But as always with these things, people are always suspicious of the person that's replacing them on their holiday, and with good reason, because me and my agent tried every trick we could to replace Richard Arnold permanently. And I can say this now. And we talked about replacing him on a permanent basis. We talked about me going in, replacing him on Mondays and doing Mondays. And the thing about GMB, I loved it, and I got a lot of work out of it, and it was very well paid, and it was a lot of fun. I met some really cool people, including Dolph Lundgren, and they kept saying, you are now part of our team. They kept doing that thing.
Part of the family.
You are now part of the family. You are part of the team. You are with us. And about 6 months after I'd had my last gig there, I sent a message to the producer and said, look, it looks like I've gone. Thank you very much indeed. I had a great time, but I would love to do more. Ian, you're so over dramatic. No. You're part of the family. You will be back. That was about a year and a half ago.
And you wonder why people like Pip Schofield are maybe a little bit cold with
Yeah.
people that come in. That is why everyone's insecure. You're looking for the person who's going to take your gig.
Such a strange business.
But that's what happened to Graham Norton, wasn't it? Because Jack Docherty had his Channel 5 talk show
Yeah, it was a flop.
all the time, and then Graham Norton sat in
Yeah.
for him when he was off on holiday, and then was a lot better.
It was a great success. Yeah, Jack Docherty was doing. It was when Channel 5 launched, or soon after, and they try it every few years in this country, and it never works. We're going to get a 5-night-a-week late night show like Letterman or Leno or something like that. And 5 said we'll do it, and they had Jack Docherty, and they had him in a big old theatre that maybe held about 500 or 1,000. I remember it being a big theatre. We'll find a clip in a minute. And they'd have like an audience of about 50 every night, and it was awful. It was dry. It was dead. Maybe I like Jack Docherty because I like Absolutely. I remember Kiss being on it once. But yeah, you're right. Graham Norton filled in for a week or so and was brilliant as he is, and just blew him off the stage.
I sometimes wonder whether the cover guy, because he's got less to lose, he's a bit freer to, I can only imagine what it's like to have your own show with your name on it from the start and all that expectation there. And if you come in and cruise in, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, So,
Do you miss it, Ian, doing the TV stuff? Do you actually sort of miss that? Because you must be in a strange space now. I've listened to a few of the shows with you and Kath talking about making this transition to this very new kind of format. I don't think the last time we talked about, I work in a supermarket now, or work for a supermarket,
Yeah.
but I do my TV as well. And I kind of wondered whether it's something that you actually sort of miss. I mean, if somebody came up to you and said, you're going to be, can you just step in for Jonathan Ross? On such a night, would you be thinking, yes, I really want to do that? Or would you
Of
think,
course I would do it. Of course I would do it. But I have, at this precise moment in time, I have no ambition in television. I did some filming a couple of months ago for one of those crap talking head things for Channel 5 because it was 400 quid for an hour and a half. And also they wanted to film it remotely in my house. And I was really curious as to how it was going to work and how they were going to do it. So I did that. But it took me years. After Rise ended, I didn't really get much TV work, apart a little bit of Big Brother and stuff like that. And it took me years to think, right, TV is over, apart from some guest stuff. Radio is my career. And then as soon as I came out of the jungle, I was so annoyed with myself, I bought into that TV thing again. All these people, GMB, promising me that I was part of the team and I'd be with them forever. I had so many meetings with a production company that wanted to make a documentary about me and Amir going to Pakistan. I had a meeting with the head of entertainment at ITV. We got great plans for you. We've got to think of a daytime quiz for you. All of this stuff. And I allowed myself to get excited again when, of course, I should have gone to myself, this is nonsense. This ain't going to happen. And I didn't. And I got sucked in. And I felt the same bitterness and resentment and sadness when I realised I'd been screwed over. So do I miss it? I miss the money. The money's great on TV, right?
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, isn't it?
The empty promises you can do without.
I can do with. I had an offer of being in a corporate video, right, for like a YouTube influencer kind of agency thing, right? And it was 2 days filming. This was last week. It was 2 days filming, and it was for some Swedish thing. And they got in touch saying we're really interested in using you, and it would be 2 days filming. It'll be doing some tasks like trying to assemble Swedish furniture and getting in a bath of cold water.
Yeah, it was ice swimming, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it turns out it was going to be a bath. And we would like to offer you £5,000 and la la la. And here's the thing, I don't care now. I don't have to impress anyone. So I wrote back going, I'm not a great swimmer. Tell me about the bath stuff. I'm interested, but I'd want 10. Crazy money, right? That's old school money. They came back and said, well, it would just be in an ice bath, and it would be fine. Could we go to 7,500? And I'm thinking, I don't care. And I went, I'm interested, but I'm not going any lower than 9,000. Okay, fine. That sounds great. We'll get back to you. Okay, fine. All right. So we've agreed on the ridiculous number, and we'll get back to you. And this was supposed to be. Oh, there was a problem. It was supposed to be Tuesday and Wednesday this week, and I said I can't do that Tuesday. I've got court. Can we make it Wednesday or Thursday? I was really laying it down, and they went, that shouldn't be a problem. We'll get back to you. This was like last Wednesday. And then yesterday, my wife said, can you look after the boys on Tuesday and Wednesday? I said, I don't think I can. I think I'm working. I'll find out. So I emailed them. Do you need me this week? And they said, we're really sorry, Ian. It's been moved for a couple of weeks. Clients changed their mind. It's been moved for a couple of weeks. And I sat on that, and I thought, don't write an angry email. And actually, I asked them on Friday, I think it was. And then today I thought, no, F them dicking me around, these kids dicking. And so I wrote to him saying, look, what you did was actually out of order. I'm all right at the moment. I've got a little bit of savings. I've got a little bit of money coming in. But there are people in this industry who are desperate, who haven't worked for 3 months, who are desperate, right? If you are asking them about their availability and you've agreed on a price, and then you cancel or you change your mind or it moves, you have to let them know. It's not fair. And he wrote back an email saying, I'm really sorry.
It all happened at the last minute, and I've only just found out myself.
No. It looks like it's going to be moved till September now. We'll get back to you. And now I won't get the gig because I've said the money, which you never do in public, and that's fine. But the email was either going to be, we're not going to employ him, he's a troublemaker, or I like this kid's style. But it's just this whole thing, and that is, as you know, is what TV is based on. It's based on bullshit. It's based on, we love you, we got loads of stuff for you, we're going to use you, and then they don't return your calls. If you haven't got stuff for me, or you think it's going to be a problem with me, please tell me. Please tell me. And then I know. Instead of this, we love you, we think you're great. No one's got the guts to say, I don't think we're going to get this project off the ground with you in it. I think if we had Jimmy Carr or, we had someone else, I think we could make it fly. But I just don't think it's going to work with you. No one says that.
No
one says it. It breaks my heart, David.
No, it's not. And they probably approached about, I used to work as many lives. I worked as an agency assistant as well, looked after lots of comedians like Ed Byrne and Marcus Brigstock and all those guys. So I kind of know how those sort of, how much pay you get for those sort of corporate gigs. So that's not that much.
No, it's not.
Really.
It's not in comparison to some of the bigger names. I mean, my star has faded a lot. So $9,000 for 2 days work, that's a huge amount.
Even so, not really.
David.
Not really, because I think there were comedians that were on the circuit that were getting $10,000 for doing corporates.
Yeah.
In 2005.
Yeah.
So it's one of those kind of things. So yeah, I think it's an awful thing. That's why I was kind of interested in, and I'm finding it quite inspirational doing this, thinking about doing something like this myself. I'm looking into it myself. And when you were saying about making that transition into a different career, it is, you're kind of mulling it over, and if I can bold say, sort of, I don't know, beating yourself up is the right word, but you're really kind of to be, you seem to have the expectation that you have for kind of Twitch, but I think it's something that's very new.
Yeah.
But what's great about it is that you're bringing something that's very, very different that you don't see. And you can actually now be really properly creative. That's what I actually love about Twitch and TikTok and all this stuff. Like Kath was saying, Kath's absolutely right. It's about the safe things. You know, everything has to be safe. You know, even here, working in TV here, you know, when I came here, I was a casting director, and I always had to look for contributors to be on shows, on makeover shows or whatever. And they'd always say, oh, we want somebody different. We want this and that. And they never did.
Yeah.
They never did. They wanted exactly the same kind of family. The family had to have children. They all had to be under 40. You know, generally all had to be white.
Right.
And I worked on loads of different shows, and they always used to pretend, and this, but they didn't. And I used to have to cast them.
Yeah.
And they're all exactly the same. And just like you were saying, Kath, it's this idea of being safe. And, you know, I worked in local radio as well, and the same kind of thing there. We don't want, you know, the idea of the Maverick now, the shock jock, the Howard Stern.
People don't want to be surprised, or that's the assumption. The assumption is that people don't want to be surprised, or that it's dangerous. The number of times we've been called dangerous. Dangerous. We know what the rules are. We know the line we can tread.
Between me and Catherine, we have never, working together, we've never had an Ofcom, which is the regulatory body for radio. We had loads of complaints because you can't stop the complaints coming in because people hear something and go, you can't say that on the radio.
No.
You phone up Ofcom, you make a complaint, it gets registered. Every complaint gets investigated. We have never had one held up.
They would complain because they hadn't heard something like that on the radio before. So surely you couldn't. No, you can. It's just that no one does it. You know.
Can I just say as well? It's what's funny about doing this, David, is we've got the chat going on, and we're trying to get the balance right of involving the chat. But there are several people who heard you say something that you didn't say.
Wow, fancy that.
Isn't that funny?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Any ideas what you might have said that you didn't actually say?
I don't.
There's a few people going. This guy's saying that 10 grand isn't much. What an a-hole. Is he nuts? It's not what he said. It's not what he said at all. It's what he said was for that thing, 9 or 10 grand isn't much. 10 grand. I think we would all three of us agree. That's a lot of money.
I think what he means is you mean it's not unusual for people to be paid more than that.
For that thing, for a corporate event, a corporate video, 2 days filming a corporate video, 9 or 10 grand is not that much to pay someone. You want to get 9 or 10 grand is a great amount of money. I'll have it. It's a lot of money. So please.
Yeah, I think the thing of the people, what you have to understand, and this is directed to people in the chat, is that unless you work in TV or in the media or anything like that, you don't actually realise how much money there actually is, and not even actually broadcast television. When you go to corporate gigs, that's where the real money is. And those people that you see, the people like Iain mentioned, people like Jimmy Castle, they're going to make a lot of money from doing an after dinner speech or something for a corporate thing. 10,000 isn't really that much.
Yeah.
You can go and see probably somebody that you've probably seen on the London circuit as a comedian who's got a little bit of profile. You've probably seen them on a panel show or something like that. They will probably get that, and that's kind of at the lower end. I used to do that, so I kind of know. But it's obviously, I mean, the reason it's called is to congratulate you on doing this. I think it's very inspirational. Me and my sister, who's in the UK, watching as well, we loved your winner takes all. We loved your little video clips, and we loved, and I loved the edition. This is the stuff that Twitch hasn't got.
Yeah.
And with both of your backgrounds now in actual entertainment, knowing how to actually do this properly, because I can tell you've got a proper DSLR camera that you're using.
It's a Panasonic Lumix GH5, guys, if anyone's interested.
Boom.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of finesse and that kind of sort of stuff. I think you could do some really fantastic stuff. It's going to take time to build up, like everything else. But like you said before, there are people watching somebody driving a truck, and they've got like 2,000 people sort of watching it. But it's only because it's the persistence, and you have to sort of keep going. I think that's the thing. I think there's sometimes when we're in radio or television, and it's one of those things where numbers always do matter, and you're always looking at ratings. Like Trump now, he's always talking about ratings. Sometimes we fall down that kind of hole, and sometimes I think you should get back to the joy and the fun, because that's what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Some people just don't care. They're playing things and say, what if they just don't care? And then they find in a few years' time they've got thousands of people following them. They go, oh, well, that's nice, And I think, the games you're playing, the game you were playing yesterday, over the stuff, I think that's the stuff we want to see. entertaining. This is now your shop window, as we used to
Okay,
say.
I'm going to be entertaining and cut you off.
Oh, that was great. Thanks for the pep talk.
David, nice to talk to you, and lots of love to your sister. He was a casting director back in the day, now works in a supermarket. That's show business.
But
That's
sounds
show
like
business.
soon to be coming to Twitch, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, yeah. Our Twitch raid last night was interesting, but she had locked the chat, so you couldn't chat for an hour.
Probably for good reason.
Probably getting a lot of abuse. Yep.
Because
possibly.
again, I don't think Twitch is used to that kind of variation at this point.
No.
But we'll get that.
Oh,
way.
there's a lot of bigotry and misogyny and homophobia and transphobia on Twitch, and it's a real issue. Let's take this call, and then we're going to try and find a bit of Jack Docherty.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Jerry. Oh, Jerry.
Can I ask? Have I played any? I've not kept any tally. Have I played any adverts, mods, in this hour? Have I played any adverts in this hour, mods? I do apologise. I'm all over the shop here tonight. I think I played one, but I don't know for sure. I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no.
I'm taking that as a no.
I'm going to go for a no. There we go. We're going to play it there. Evening, Jerry.
Jerry, have you got? What have you got on there? Is that a tie?
Or is it an apron? Oh, he's copying me. He's copying Sexy Dad.
Sexy Dad.
Oh, we didn't do any sponsors in the last hour. Whoa.
Gregorian.
You do it. Do Gregorian.
Gregorian. Don't take someone. Don't you give me. Just get the job done. I'm going to carry the job.
I think you're shouting them.
I don't. Let me close the door. I got my friends. I got friends.
Talking to my friends.
I'm good. How you doing?
Hot. I've got a bit of a headache, and I'm going to be up early because I've got the kids here.
That's smashing. You always killed me the other day when it was really hot. I was just dying.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
I just told him. That's it. He says, how long are you for? I said, because it's relaxing or chilled. It's a vintage. It's nice. I like it. Tell me.
Hey, I like that. I like that picture of Graham the other day.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He wandered past me up window about 10 minutes ago.
No, he didn't. A cat doesn't exist.
I've seen him. He's a nice big ginger Tom.
He's just white bits.
With white bits, yeah.
He's nice. Okay. Come on, I'll get down, Patrick. Hey, down now, thing.
Why are we looking at it like this? There we go. That's nice. How we do.
I never realised I was to shake your hand. Nice. I had been dancing for hours from years ago. Oh, it's well, fucking dance away.
Beautiful.
Really. Can you just get down and see Graham? We're very quickly.
No, we're not going to go and see Graham.
I've got the link to Christie's on.
No, I don't want to go on a bloody cat hunt.
Man, give me a dog.
I don't want to go and see Graham.
Okay, we'll see Graham.
Thank you very much indeed.
Let's just think of him.
Jerry, I have to go because we haven't done any of the live reads in the last 2 hours.
Gregorian Emerson, the best #1.
You got it. Thank
Best
you. We apologise. We didn't do the last hour. Listen, last night we got everyone to do like a sort of raid on Poseidon Waste's Twitter. Can we do it on SommersWasteSolutions.com? Can we? Let me get their Twitter address up because they emailed me. James and Mark emailed me what they're tweeting at Sommers Waste. Can we? Here's what we're going to do, right? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do for Sommers Waste. If you can tweet us at Iain Lee, at Flipping Cath, a picture of you proving that you are following at Sommers Waste with the hashtag TLNA, we'll pick one at random on tomorrow night's show and we'll send you a T-shirt.
Beautiful.
How does that sound? And that makes up for missing you in the last hour as well, gentlemen. So, at Sommers Waste, Sommers with an O, Ommers, Sommers Waste, on Twitter. Follow them. Send us a screen grab, hashtag TLNA. You got to at both of us. You got to be following us as well. And tomorrow night on the show, we'll go through them, all those at random, and we will pick one, and we will send someone a TLNA T-shirt. So there we go. Sommers Waste Solution. Who the hell are they? They are your consolidated approach to waste management. Whether your company requires like a wheelie bin or a skip or something huge, hazardous waste, recycling, clinical waste. Sommers Waste Solution can do it, And instead of dealing with like 3 agencies or this company and this, it's all under one management umbrella. So it saves you time, saves you phone calls and hassle, probably saves you money as well. You'll get one consolidated invoice instead of loads of invoices from different companies. And that's a faff. It's Mark and James are the brothers. And
it's family business.
It's a family.
Very flexible. No matter how big or small your business might be, they're the ones for you. Have a chat with them and they'll see what they can do for you. And they're saying if you've got a boss, this is the way to get around them, because they're going to think you're fantastic for suggesting them.
Go and do us a favour. Follow them on Twitter at Somers Waste. Send us a screen grab of that with the hashtag TLNA. Send it to me, Iain Lee, and at Flipping Kath. And we will pick someone at random tomorrow who has followed at Somers Waste, and we will send you a TLNA t-shirt. How's about them apples? And apologies to them and apologies to Poseidon that we forgot to do it in the last hour. We just got so carried away with the show.
We did. Poseidon Safety Management, Devon and Cornwall. If you want something keeping safe there, your building, your business, your shop, your pub, whatever it might be, they're the ones for you. They recruit from the local area, so they have local knowledge. They know what's going on around there, and they care about the communities they work in. They've got the biggest team of guard dogs in Devon and Cornwall. And basically they said just give them a ring and they'll tell you what they can do for you. And if they're not the ones, they'll forward you to the person that can. Part
of their jobs, unfortunately, is because that's their job, is asking, homeless people, I'm really sorry you can't move there, this belongs to this company and all that. And that's a crappy part of the job, and they accept that ain't a great part of the job. But what they do, instead of getting arsey like sometimes you see bouncers in London getting really arsey with homeless people. It's horrible. They're not like that at all. These are human beings, and they have these little kits of dog biscuits, water, and there's a couple of other bits and pieces. They're homeless kits that they hand out to people. Say, look, I'm really sorry, we've got to move you on, but look, if this makes it a little bit easier and they do that. They're nice people. They're not thugs that are wandering around. They are human beings with feelings, and quite often dogs as well. Cornwall and Devon is a whole lot safer this evening because of Poseidon Safety Management. Poseidon Safe on Twitter, Poseidon Safety on Facebook. There's Zeus the dog. Big up the Gregorian. All of the links are in the chat as well. Thank you very much, Matty, for doing that. Glyn is their spokesperson, and I thought he did an excellent job. But if you're getting divorced, then it can be not great. Some of these solicitors as well. There's a huge gap in prices that you can get charged for it, and you kind of look at some of the really cheaper ones and you think, well, maybe I should pay a bit more because I don't. Listen, Gregorian Emerson Family Law Solicitors, they will take you through this entire process. They get what it means. They know that getting divorced is not fun for anybody, and they will do their best to get you through it smoothly, to get your partner through it smoothly, and to, more importantly, if you've got kids, equally as importantly actually, if you've got kids, they will help make it a smoother process transition as possible for everyone involved. We mentioned that we're giving out t-shirts and stuff like that, but the free stuff we're giving out, Richard Gregorian has paid for it, and I'll do a little tweet tomorrow with him in it so that everyone gets a fair crack of the whip. My Marty says, I've tweeted Somers Waste, but you're blocking me. Any chance of being unblocked? Probably not. What did you do to be blocked? Let's have a look, shall we? At My Marty's. Probably not. I tend to block and then get on with it. Thank you to all of our sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, we're talking to a few more companies. LateNightAlternative@gmail.com. We will never have more than 4 companies going at a time, okay? Because then it just gets pointless and it's not fun for anybody. Here we go. Hey up, ducks.
The pictures have already begun.
Adam, here we go. Simon Sutton. There we go. Look at this. Amy, Dave, Adam, Ben. Look at this. So the Mark and James are going to wake. Oh, flipping it! There's loads. Sharon, Lily.
Thank you, guys. They're gonna flip, aren't they?
Thank you. They're going to be over the moon. And I've just been told that I'm another meme. That moment when you realise the only space left on the bench is at the end. Growing up British. Wow.
Oh, yeah, because it had 2 novels, didn't it?
These secondary memes are loving me. I hope they're not a racist organisation because I'm tweeting the hell out of them. My Marty's. Let's see why we blocked My Marty's, shall we? There'll be a reason.
I have a vague memory.
What was it? Say it.
It was. No, I can't remember. I have a vague memory of that account, and I think it wasn't that long ago.
Okay, well, we're going to go through it. I'm going to go through all the block. There's a lot of blocked here.
It was two little gloved hands, white gloved hands on a black background, if I remember rightly, unless you've changed it lately.
What have you done to me lately? I want you to show me the tweet that got you blocked. I want you to be honest enough to show me the tweet that got you blocked. I can't see it at my artist, but then it doesn't come up if you've blocked them, does it? Artist. There we go. Blocked. What did you do? You have to be honest and tell me what you did. When was it? You've got to be honest, because I'm pretty, in terms of blocking on Twitter. I'm pretty good at it. I know what I'm doing in terms of the Twitter blocks. I know what I'm doing. So I would really like it if you were honest and told me what you did. Someone was trying to help with your microphone that wasn't working when you started, but you said you're an expert. I only said I was trying to help. I don't... Divvy Pip says, I can't follow you in as you blocked me for saying Krista was shit. I did it before seeing your tweet saying we shouldn't do it. Well, that's bad manners. That's just bad manners, and that's obvious you shouldn't have done that. All right. Yeah, here's the thing. When people go, oh, he's just trying to help, but that's not helpful, is it? That's kind of snarky.
Matt Black Gaming Cast, do you think Iain Lee would do the jungle again?
What do you think?
Why are you asking me?
Well, what do you? Well, that I would like to know. Do you think that I would do the jungle again? You know the answer to this.
Yeah, I think you would for the right amount of money.
I'm unblocking you, James. Right, but it's just snarkiness. No one else is getting unblocked. I'm rubbish at Twitch blocks, though. I tell you what I'm great at, Jason. I'm great at timeouts on this. Absolutely
yeah, that's the second
great.
time you've come up today.
I'm great at timeouts.
Because when we were talking to Kelly, he said, Catherine or Kelly?
No.
Yeah, I gave you a timeout for that.
That's a ban. That's a ban. No misogyny.
Also, do you know what? This whole thing of if there are two women in the room, you've got to put one against the other. It really annoys me anyway. But also, again, it's that thing of... Why do I want to know, or why do you want to discuss when I'm at work, which one of us you would rather have sex with? Because that's what we're talking about, right?
Apparently, it's not even the real Jason Statham.
I don't think it is. And if it was him, I'd say the same thing to him.
No, that's. Can I be unblocked before I get blocked? I love your work before you ban me asking that crappy question. Okay, I don't know. No, it's a good question. But no, Jason, that's no. That is, we don't like that. We don't like that. Don't like it, and also, you know, we say we don't like all this. Oh, you're looking hot, looking fine, looking sexy. Me or her, we're doing a good show. I can say I look sexy. You can say you look sexy. I can't say she looks sexy. Well, she can't say I look sexy.
We know each other. There's a difference, isn't there, in what we say to each other?
You've misunderstood me. I can't say you look sexy.
Free your mind, baby. Free your mind. We know each other. It's a different thing. You know, it's kind of akin to shouting out at someone in the street. Come on.
We've got a dilemma. Ford Coy says Frank Sidebottom is looking very sexy. Well, I don't know how. I don't know. Is that?
I think he would say he was a very sexy man.
What do you mean? What do you mean, sexy?
Oh yes, boss.
Can Brosnan say Cher looks sexy? Wow, we're getting into some heavy shiz. All right, let's see if we can find... Have I played 2 adverts in this hour or 1? I don't know what's going on. I've got to do it, otherwise we don't get paid. I am going to find us a little bit of... So we can find Kiss on Jack Docherty. We've played one. Mate. Thank you, Matty. You can say we look smart. Let's find Kiss, Jack Docherty. Because that's the only one I remember seeing. The Cure doing the Unstuck. David Bowie on the Jack Docherty Show. We're in.
1997.
We're in. Suddenly we got a thing. Oh, let's get rid of that. Here we go. Let's have a little look-see at this. It's a big old theatre in London. And no audience.
What? There's no audience.
No one turned up. They probably turned up for something like Bowie. Yeah. But I remember seeing shots of the theatre looking empty.
From the Whitehall Theatre, London, please
Whitehall
welcome
Theatre.
your host, Mr. Jack Docherty.
We're not seeing the whole thing. Look, they want it to be like an American show. But I like Jack Docherty. I like, absolutely.
Yeah.
New shoes, eh? Slippy? Jesus Christ, that was dangerous. Hello and welcome to the Jack Docherty Show. Well, it's Friday. It's the end of a big week and we're in party mood.
Why is he crossing his arms? Look, there's only
That's
about
right.
6 rows.
It's a real party, and I mean a real party. We'll be dancing, laughing, drinking cans of lager with fag ends in them, pissing in the ashtrays, and then Pete and I will go outside for a scrap, and we'll never remember why, eh? Now, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone in a TV company ever comes up to you in a pub and asks you if you want to host your own chat show, sounds unusual, but it's exactly what happened to me, then say yes, because then one day you might be able to say, David Bowie's joining us tonight, everyone.
Oh, imagine.
David Bowie! Now, before I start, I'm afraid I've had a phone call from the Tory Central Office. Yesterday I said that John Major was a total and utter loser
Oh, no, not
who had as
too
much chance of winning the election as I have of supporting England in the next World Cup. And of course, as soon as that went out on air, the Tories were immediately on the phone. They said they were delighted because Mr. Major doesn't usually get that level of support, so that's quite good, isn't it? Now, sorry, did I mention David Bowie's on the show?
I don't
Self and make a fortune.
Oh.
Ideal. Does it annoy you when people write nonsense? Because this Sanford one, it's like, obviously you didn't
Does
talk
it
to
annoy
him.
me if people write nonsense? I feel they're in my territory. I get very annoyed.
There's endless interviews with people who knew you for 10 minutes in Bromley 30 years ago. It's that kind of...
Well, you know, I actually understand the fact that these days you want to know more about what you believe is the background of the artist who's making the work. It's part of how you appreciate something these days. That's how it's done these days. So it comes...
These days.
Yeah.
Strange look, isn't it? Don't remember Bowie going for that.
Yeah.
For the territory.
So his teeth done
You
at
just
this
got to
point.
put up with it.
Yes.
That's
why he's talking like that.
I prefer the pointy teeth.
I tell you what, if it affected me...
Sorry?
I saw you rehearsing this
My
afternoon. I
ideas
know
there.
you're going to do another song, but I'm
Yeah.
a chat show host, and I do have to say, will you stick around and sing for us again, Dave?
I'd love to, Jack.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dave's going to sing for us!
Someone's got to wear a nice belly button, hasn't he, David
I
Bowie?
bet Bowie was a delight. I bet he was absolutely a delight. I wonder if Kiss are here, Gene Simmons. No, let's try another Jack Docherty clip because that, you know, you'd have to. Oh look,
That felt... The intro felt uncomfortable. I don't know what it was. Is it the fakeness of the... I don't know what it was. It was just a...
wasn't great, was
an
it?
artificial thing going on.
Thing. From this to bigger than this in under a year. 4 singles, 4 number
I was in Pakistan when this was transmitted. How do I know this? This was the day that Channel 5 launched.
ones of the biggest band in the world. Please welcome, yeah, it's them, the Spice Girls.
Before we start, we know that
What?
you had 5 questions for us, and we're all newcomers to this, and
Yeah,
I
right.
think everyone knows enough about us. We want to know about you.
No, you don't want to know about me.
This wasn't rehearsed.
Chuck them away. I
We've
don't
got
need them.
5 questions.
This wasn't rehearsed, Jerry.
Questions to me. Fire away.
Go, Mel.
Okay. Go.
Right,
Scary.
my question.
No, sorry.
I'm not
Sporty.
saying anything, but there's a little bit of nose
5
rubbing going
questions
on.
to me. Fire away.
Go, Mel.
Okay. Go.
Right,
Scary.
my question.
No. Chuck them away. I
We've
don't
got
need them.
5 questions, haven't we, girls?
No, 5 questions to me. Fire away.
Go, Mel.
Okay. Go.
Right,
Scary.
my question.
No, sorry. Sporty. Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh, I know where you are.
Mine's the most probably obvious one.
Yeah.
But I'd like to know, what football team do you support?
I support, this is actually venture, I support Hibernian FC from Edinburgh. Hi, bees!
I said football.
Yeah, so I don't get to see much football.
Okay, if you could compare yourself to another TV presenter, who would that be, Jack?
Well, my god has always been Timmy Mallet and shall remain so. Timmy!
Right.
Not great, is it? It's not great. But then I remembered another show. Do you remember when Johnny Vaughan got signed to the BBC for like £5 million?
No, I don't. When was this?
97, I would say. I was 24.
I was
97.
abroad at this point, so I didn't see any of this stuff.
Didn't see any of this. Johnny Vaughan got signed to the BBC for £5 million and was going to be the next big thing. And what did he do? He did a sitcom called Bruiser.
Wow, okay.
That was awful. Let's have a Johnny Vaughan.
But the thing is, it's not always the person's fault that they get put in a vehicle that's not right for them, is it? Like, you know, Davina McCall had her own chat show, and she's brilliant. She's quite clearly brilliant, but it just wasn't right, was it?
But then he got a chat show. I can't. Oh, none of it's online. I would love to watch Bruiser, and I think his thing was called The Shed Show, and it was a chat show that was ostensibly in a shed.
Oh.
Johnny Vaughan chat show. Let's see if that's. And it just flopped miserably. It just flopped absolutely. I can't find any. There's none of it. None of it's on YouTube.
Wow.
Isn't that funny? I wonder where that's gone. Anyway, I like Johnny Vaughan, but yeah, $5 million was a big old sign up, and it didn't work. 0203. Oh, look at that! We've only got 25 minutes left. I wonder if the kids are asleep. I bet they're not.
Had any more messages?
Should we
be sitting by the door with their bag?
Let me just have a quick look. Well, the lights are on, but nobody's home. They'll be playing Fortnite and stuff and watching their
I always consider it a win when the little ones haven't come in crying saying that someone's not, fallen out or whatever.
What a blessing that our kids get on so well. Mm-hmm. I just think it's so great. And also, what I noticed tonight, I've noticed it before, is normally with kids, it takes a good 20 minutes for them to warm up. But there's none of that. Kath came round first, and when the boys came, they said, the girls are hiding. Where are they? Straight away. And then they're just giggling and laughing, and it's a joy.
Yeah.
It's a joy. I love
I'm
it.
also really mindful that your boys' time with their dad is really precious, and I could understand it if they were a bit resentful of all the kids being around. But they're not, are they?
They love it. They love it.
And do you know what? If they were, it's cool. I would completely get it. And we've been looking out for that, but it's not there, is it?
Yeah, no, it's cool. We missed a phone call here. I'm going to phone this person back. I saw they said in the chat, I phoned up, I'm not getting an answer. What am I doing wrong? So let's go and have a little look-see, shall we? Do click follow, dear listener, if you want to follow us. And don't forget to follow @SommersWaste on Twitter and send us a picture. Hello there, caller.
Oh, hello, Ian. How you doing?
I'm fine. It's Ian and Kath. Who is this?
This is James from Tooting.
James from Tooting. I saw you in the chat saying you tried to get through.
Yes, well, I've done it now.
You got
I
through?
just wanted to say, I've followed you guys for a long time and all the way through Talk Radio and all that malarkey. But I always just listen on the podcast, the following day, listen to everyone. And this is the first time I thought, I just couldn't even be bothered linking my Prime account. I thought, this is stupid. This is your career, your livelihood. I love these guys. So I linked it tonight. And I've been watching you. And it's like watching Good Evening Britain. It's perfect. It's a perfect way to spend an evening. So
thank you, mate. That's very kind.
You've got me through a lot of dark times over the month. I've had quite a tough year, and I don't really want to go into it too much. But hearing your voices and hearing how you, can take people from the brink, but also be quite straight with people, and then quite funny with people. It's a show that you don't know what's coming up, and it's like nothing else.
I just pretended to punch Catherine. With that, you don't have to go into details, and I wouldn't ask. But how are you now? Are you okay today?
Yeah. I mean, I had a bad breakup, and it's taken me literally a year to get over it. And my kind of life fell apart, and I'm just kind of slowly kind of putting it back together with some, brilliant friends, and my dog, who is sitting there at the end of my bed, fast asleep.
Animals are wicked at helping during breakups. They're wicked.
Oh, yeah, because he just makes me feel guilty. So I had to, couldn't make him any more depressed. He's a basset hound, so he looks depressed as it is.
Yeah.
So, but so that's it really, guys. I just wanted to thank you, because it's brilliant. And, I know how tough things must have been over the past few weeks, but you put this together and you didn't have to, and it's, you're doing a lot of good. So thank you. Keep it
James,
up.
thank you, mate. Take care, and I'm glad we managed to speak to you. Thank you. What a nice guy.
It's true, that thing, though, isn't it, about animals and little children.
Yep.
I remember when my granddad died, my mum said what kept her going was the fact that there were little babies around. My children were too little to understand what was going on and didn't care in the nicest possible way what the grown-ups were going on about. And so she said it was the one person she could hang out with was the children, who weren't kind of looking at her in a sympathetic, "Are you all right?" Because you don't need asking and reminding all the time, It's the same with animals.
I had a message from Kelly.
Oh, God, of course you did.
I always get worried talking to you and Kath on air. I'm always scared I'm going to end up in prison. I've replied, "Oh, you will. You will." And Pete Heat says, "Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure." We'll put Pete up as a separate pod on YouTube.
Here's a technical question. Big Belly 22001. Why does Ian's microphone has a big round thing over it, but Catherine's doesn't?
This is the pop shield, and what this does is, if you're saying P's a lot and B's and D's and things like that, it can sound a little bit. It sounds P. Does that?
Plosives.
P, and if you have that there, it gets rid of it. P. Gets rid of it. P. It's the air. P. And the reason I bought this. For this, and Kath, you have got a pop shield at home, haven't you?
Somewhere, yeah, but I'm all right. I don't think I need it. I'm not popping, am I? Plosives.
There we go.
See, I'm not doing that.
There you go. But what I don't...
If it was doing late night radio, I would talk like that. I might need one.
Here's the thing, the YouTubers that have like the big fluffy thing on, you don't need the big fluffy thing.
You need that if you're outside.
But we had the big fluffy thing in the radio studio.
Yeah, but I think that's half... So they could put branding on it.
Yeah. Hello, Lee.
Lee, is this a pocket dial?
Lee!
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
What on earth was going on there?
I was muted. It's a new computer. You're all right.
I'm disappointed in you, Lee, but apart from that, I'm fine.
Well, see how you feel about this. You know the game Would You Rather?
Oh, God.
Okie dokie, yes, sir.
I think I've come up with a couple of quite unique ones. That
You
I
were
think.
playing this on the way over with your kids, weren't you?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, this is not for kids, but there might be a 4-letter swear word that isn't the C one, and maybe some mentions of genitalia.
Okay, well then maybe not.
We'd rather not.
Oh, well, what about...
Thanks for your call.
Still judging the room. Interesting though what you said about it's like Good Evening Britain. That's kind of the vibe.
I'll have that.
Because we don't want it to be too rude. You know why? Because it could get really rude.
We
There's no limit.
We have made a real decision between us and then with Twitch that we wanted this to be family friendly, and it's partly came from me because my kids watch Twitch and I would like them to be able to watch the show. It's partly because we're trying to sell this as you can watch it anywhere in the world,
whenever.
And it's partly because I really think I allowed myself on the radio show to get too sweary. Listen, I like a bit of blue. But it's just getting the tone of it right. And I got too sweary on talk radio, and I tell you why, because Andy Goldstein really early on said, "Oh yeah, you're allowed to swear it." Yeah, and that was like, And I'd never sworn on radio before, and then it got a bit SH1T heavy and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm trying. I'm still learning. I'm miles off getting it right, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Progress, not perfection.
I think exactly. I think if we've got that as the aim, now and again we might let the old one go, so to speak. Hello, James Superfan.
Bogies.
Unbelievable. This is the scum we have to deal with. This is the scum we have to deal with. You got anything else for us? Oh, you did that. So I was in court, right? In the waiting room of court, and I phoned up. No, I was on the train station. I was on the train station. I didn't phone
You
from
were
the
somewhere
court.
quiet.
And I did a WhatsApp video call, and so I was showing off my suit and my mask, and I had to say I've got to be really quiet because there's a few people on the platform, and she went bogey, and so
Yeah, but you did that to me when I was waiting in
No,
the
I
dentist that
didn't.
time.
No,
Yes, you did.
I
Yes, you did, and it wasn't
didn't.
bogies that you shouted.
We're going to have problems when Dick and Dom come on, because every time someone puts a message about Dick and Dom, it gets held. The message gets held,
And
has
it's not
to be
because of Dom,
approved.
let's just say.
We have got Dick and Dom coming on. We've got Gail Porter is on tomorrow. We've got a guy called Brett Goldstein coming on, who does a really cool podcast that I'm going on about movies. I'm going on his podcast, and he's coming on here. Have you heard any more about your podcast?
No.
Did he put you? Because he sent me a separate email. The guy from Acast saying, "Here's Brett's details."
Can't remember. Have a
Reply.
look.
Get in there. Dick and Dom are coming on. Danny Wallace is coming on. We've got a few people coming up, but right now James is on.
Hi, guys. It's an apologetic and misunderstood Jason Stratham 1 here.
James.
Oh, James.
The mask comes off. Guys,
Wow.
I'll tell you why I'm misunderstood, because I did not mean Paul, Kath versus Kelly, who I'd want to rut. I get why you'd be sensitive about something like that.
Oh, dude!
What I meant was, it was just a funny poll, really.
Which one had the nicest ass?
Because I love you both from the olden days, even though I wasn't listening in the olden
James,
days.
you
but
don't
I
have to
revisited
justify
them.
your fanship. You've travelled all over the country to watch us do very, very little. I'm surprised at you, Stratham.
The second one, I was goading you. Yeah, I'll admit that
Homophobe.
one. But I'll tell you why I wouldn't have a shag poll in, because my girlfriend's in the chat as well, so I would not think about doing that.
Well, you say that, but sometimes that's just for testing the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it?
See if she's up for a threesome.
Or a foursome, if she couldn't decide between the two of us.
Yeah. We
Well,
know
if I
your
wanted
sort.
to test her water, if I
Right,
wanted to test her water, I'd do
What
it a
is wrong
different
with
way.
him? Has he been smoking crack or something
Flipping
tonight?
heck,
The
this
ban has been
lockdown.
lifted, but that is a close one, dude. That is a close one. James says, another James, following on potential TLNA scheduled time changes, is the next move doing Sundays to Thursdays? No. Got this Friday off because it's summer holidays. I'm taking the boys away for the weekend. Was wanting to take the boys away for a week, but I thought that would be a little bit cheeky with a brand new job coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking this Friday off. And but also the deal we've got here, it's slightly different. We have to do 60 hours a month. So we've got to make up. Oh, we've got a lovely email from Melanie.
Sounds right up our avenue.
Melanie, we're going to speak to you, Deck or by mail. We're going to speak to you at some point. Send you an email tomorrow. We've got to do 60 hours a month. And so I thought, well, if I take one night off, that's only 3 hours. And we can either do another show on a Sunday, so I was suggesting for a one-off, or we can do like half an hour here, or we can do an hour here. So as long as we do another 3 hours throughout the month of August, we will. But also, this isn't... I know the first 2 weeks we've been sticking really rigidly to the 3-hour show thing. It's just the circumstance. It's the summer holidays. It's lockdown. It's a little bit tricky. But we are both really happy. If it's going well, we'll do a 5-hour show. You know, if it's going really well and we're in the vibe and we're enjoying ourselves and you're enjoying yourselves, we'll go on until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's not a problem. That is not a problem at all. So that will...
I might fall asleep.
You
But
can't fall asleep. But that might happen. So don't worry about that. Oh, I've got a clip of Vic and Bob tearing Jack Docherty to bits.
Oh no, mate.
Should we have a little look at that? Let's have a little look at that. But Vic and Bob in the 90s, they were troublesome on some chat shows. They were troublesome, and I suspect they were chemically I've copied the wrong thing. I suspect there was some chemical fueling.
There's some artificial bravery going on.
Yeah, I mean they could be a right pain in the backside on TV shows. Why can't I do that? Paste. Let's have a little look-sees. Vic looking like John Shuttleworth there.
He was.
Oh no, this is Johnny Vaughan. What? Johnny Vaughan. Okay, this is Johnny Vaughan. All right, here we go. Let's have a little bit of this. What's the Bob got on?
I don't know, but he looks like Declan Donald.
Right, you're right, lads.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Johnny. Lovely to be
Can we
here.
do it, stud?
You can do it standing if you like. Be down the bar.
Yeah.
Make a change.
wouldn't
I've
it?
never seen a chat show with interview them standing.
Yeah, but you have now.
We have now.
Yeah.
Haven't we, boys and girls?
Yeah, we'll do it, stud.
We'll do it.
Because we are mucho macho.
Right. I was just talking about, are you going to sit down?
Yeah, I'll sit down.
No,
I was only joking.
Just briefly amusing. Okay.
I've moved the chair. I was told not to do that.
I didn't notice.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I want to take your views. You're both parents.
It looks like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Responsible parents.
Yeah.
What would you do if you had a wild man's son like the Prince Harry there? How would you discipline him? Bob?
Discipline him?
Discipline him.
Initially with a revolver. But I mean, you know what? He's a pothead, isn't he? That's what we've been led to believe?
Yes. Well, we don't know. He's dabbled.
How do you know?
I don't know. You know.
Well, yeah.
No.
Come on. How do you know he's dabbled?
I'm in his circle. No.
Yeah. You've been down the...
What would you do? What'd you do? They've handled it quite
Well,
maturely.
they wanted
to
frighten him, and I would do the same. I'd frighten them. With a revolver?
No. No, my boys are frightened of the electric toothbrush.
It's quite hard work, isn't it? It's quite hard work. I'm getting a very dark vibe from all three of them there. If I'm completely honest, I could tell you a story about one of them. Anyway, does anyone like Joe Wilkinson? I love Joe Wilkinson. Joe Wilkinson is one of my favourites. I think he's brilliant. I did some gigs with him years ago. I think he's brilliant. Be kind, lads. Times change. Please tell me I'm subscribed. I need to know. You haven't got a little picture of me beside your name, Mr. Joe Blogg, so I'm guessing you are not subscribed. We're kind of coming towards the end of tonight's show, and this is going to be a 3-hour one, despite me saying it was going to be a bit longer. I don't mind watching video clips. They're all a little bit dry, those ones, aren't they? They're not really a lot
Maybe
of...
smidgen. What we need is another Coventry indoor market to end. Don't we? But is there one?
There is. Well, Harry Hill found loads of them about shopping centres, didn't he? Or maybe he made one. I think that's it. I'll
have a look tomorrow, and we'll see if we can find another.
And I don't mind watching a bit more. We've done 3, 2, 1. No, not 3, 2, 1. Lemmy does 3, 2, 1. We've done Winner Takes All. I don't listen. Have you got any suggestions? No, not you, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. We are professionals, guys, and we know exactly what we are doing. I want one more phone call before we end. One more phone call before we end. So let's just wait for a phone call. 020.
I've sanitised it.
Okay.
So I'll drop the filth one. So I reckon this is a good one anyway. You tell me what you think, as you always would. Would you rather every meal you ever ate had a little bit of sand, enough to be noticeable, or once a month, a little bit of bird poo in one of your meals?
Well, the little bit of bird poo once a month.
But wouldn't you just be living in dread?
No. Why? If it's a little bit, it's fine.
To be honest, I'll go for that one as well, because who wants sand in their mouth?
I wouldn't mind. I think you get used to it.
Thank you very much for that. Cool, let's try. You take this one.
I'd rather eat sand than poo. Hello, next.
It's bird poo, though, so it's berries.
Guano.
Yes, it's berries.
No, but it's poo and wee guano.
So it's berry
and it's
pea.
acidic.
Yes, berries.
You can't put it straight on your garden. You have to let it rot down, because imagine what it would do to your guts.
It's
No
only,
thanks.
he said it's a tiny little bit.
No, sand. Come on. Sand. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry,
Hello.
I can't hear you.
Hello, who is this?